We are streaming. We're playing the Xenogears.
It's finally happening.
I've been coerced. How's it go, buddy?
You're a boosted armor and everything.
So I suppose I will start a new game. Hi, Danny Edge. Lead I eat dinner? Of course, I always eat dinner.
I just finished dinner.
Oh, the way James edited the text stuff is also like changed how it works on my side, even though he's miles and miles away.
Interesting.
Hi, Mr. Bearman and Kyle.
All the nostalgia. It's real. Mr. Bearman, this is one of my favorite RPGs of all time.
How's it going? Agent Gravestone and Fluffles. Everybody.
This is an emergency. Level 1 alert. Omega 1 restarting.
See, I watched this cutscene while I was setting up, so I am now fiddling with the chat things to see what James did and how I could change it back to what I had it to.
Wish you the best of luck.
Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega 1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha 1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes.
I don't think there's any way that I'm going to be able to fix it in time without doing extensive research. So
I expected something in stream elements for like duration timers and whatnot.
yeah, well, it'll just have to live that way. Just fine. It's not awful. It's not what I have it set up for.
I still blame Scott.
Let's take these, Mr. Bearman. Hi, Brown Bear. How's it going, Lyric Scroll?
Civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in a calm and orderly fashion.
Shannon, this seems fine. It's a good start.
I'm not sure what you're tabbed onto, but I don't actually see the game on Discord.
Do you not?
No, it's capturing the load window.
Jeez, hold on.
It doesn't matter too much for this one.
Usually when I'm doing that, because when I did this, Scott would see it. Do you not see it?
Nope, it's showing the game list. Hey, Max.
Okay. Give me a second. Just show you the whole dang screen. Take that.
Hey, there we go.
How's it going, Rainer?
Ooh. I wouldn't worry about sharing this one for this one. Like I said, this one isn't as time constrained as other ones.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, wait. What are we talking about again? I lost the thread for a second because I'm like concentrating on 5 different things trying to get everything set
You don't
up.
need to worry about doing the Discord stream for this one.
Ah, well, I mean, it's already going, so it's there.
Yeah, but there's no audio.
Oh, is there no audio now? Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I can never win.
It's all good, yo.
How's it going,
Hey,
Primer?
Primer.
And Floofy Foxy? And Dead Tech? And Arduin? And everybody? Okay. So... I thought I clicked a new game before, and then it did a cutscene, and then it went back to the title screen. Do I have to hit buttons through this?
You can skip it, I believe.
Yeah. The continent of Igneous in the northern hemisphere of our world. On this, our largest continent, a war has been raging between 2 countries for hundreds of years. The north of the continent lies the Kislev Empire, and the south lies the desert kingdom of Ava. The war has gone on for so long that the people have forgotten the cause, knowing only the pointless circle of hostility and tragedy. The chronic war obsession was soon to encounter a devastating change. This was due to the Ethos, an institution that preserves the world's culture, repairing tools and weapons excavated from the ruins of ancient civilization. At once, both countries evacuated these ruins and had the Ethos repair the discoveries in order to increase their military power. Thank you, Kazakhdar, for the 8 months. The various weapons excavated from the ruins greatly changed the form of warfare. The outcome of the battles between the 2 countries is no longer determined by man-to-man combat, but by gears, giant humanoids fighting machines, that were obtained from deep within the ruins. Gundams. Eventually, after continuous swings in the state of war, Kislev gained the upper hand. The major factor behind this lay in the enormous difference in the amount of resources buried within the ruins. But suddenly, a mysterious military force appeared in the continent of Igneous. Called Gebler, this force decided to make contact with Ava. How's it going, Slashers? With the assistance of the Gebler military force, Ava was able to recover from being hopelessly outnumbered to being back on an even standing with Kislev. Then, taking further advantage of its newly gained momentum, Ava started to capture one territory after another from Kislev, showing no indication of slowing down in their invasion campaign. Does this mean an eventual Xenoblade Chronicles playthrough? No idea. I'm going into this game completely blind, because Firos was like, you should play this game. I was like, okay.
You should play this game.
The remote village of something happened, because every other tech screen I've had to skip through, and this one went on its own. But this is where it all begins.
A village of Lahan, I believe.
Aha. Ooh. This in Legend of Dragoon started with just like a village that's just on fire being attacked by a large thing. Damn you. Hiya! I feel like I captured his energy there.
Oh, totally.
That's one down? Question mark? Music's giving you Vagrant Story vibes. You can use the same era. PS1, baby.
Yep, PS1, same company.
What on earth are you? No matter how often I knock you down, you still get up. Faye, stop! You must not fight here. Boy, are you persistent. Damn it. How come? Why did it have to come to this? Bunny, will the final boss be like Vagrant Story, though? One of the first things I asked Fearos in my determination of whether I was going to play this or not was precisely that. And he said no.
It can be a tough fight, but it is very beatable. And it's not a gimmick of like, you didn't have a crossbow, so you're effed kind of thing.
Oh.
And I know ways to cheese it. So
That about does it. Alright, now for a short break. I got a compass! Alright. Okay, I presumed that shoulder buttons would turn camera.
you were correct.
Let's see, oh, and that button runs. Okay, we're learning.
You can jump on the overworld too.
Hello, Faye. You're looking well today. My, how time flies. It has already been 3 years since you came to our village. I first saw you brought in all bloody and soaking. To tell you the truth, I didn't think you were going to make it. That strange masked man who carried you here that day. Do you think that maybe he was your real father? Nothing like a good exposition dump to wake you up in the morning. Don't you remember anything? Why, they say you had terrible nightmares and constantly called out for your father. Oh, and then right into a cutscene. This is not what I expected when I talked to this person.
Surprise.
Wheeze it. Oh, who is it? Hey,
Here,
it's Chief Me. Who are you? What? You want me to look after this boy? I didn't realize I was in this game. But now you're so healthy and strong. And it's all thanks to our village chief, Lee. Boy, you should be grateful. Alright, I was unaware that this is going to be immediately awkward. This is the true reason.
Like, I knew this was coming. But it's funnier this way.
Alright. Oh, received Aqua Soul. Ha ha ha. Alright, that's this button. Received an Aqua Soul. Alright, I'll just go on upstairs, I suppose. Okay,
They threw a party and didn't invite you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How's it going, me?
It's future you. That one has less hair.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, it's you, Faye. We're in the
And
middle.
lost his beard in a tragic fishing accident.
Oh, that was very tragic. No, we're just in the middle of discussing Timothy and Alice's wedding arrangements. Why don't you bring a girlfriend or two once in a while? Or two, wow. It's progressive? Question mark? Just because you live with an old man like me doesn't mean you have to hold back now, you hear?
I want to listen through the walls.
When I was as young as you are, it seemed like every day I would... never mind. Now we still have important things to discuss, so don't get in the way now. Go away. Get out of here. Alice's uncle. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. Tomorrow little Alice is going to become someone's wife. Knew this day would come. This is the part of bringing up a little girl. Hello there, Faye. Our Timothy's a really lucky boy to be able to marry such a beautiful girl like Alice. Are you hope you come up with some embarrassing tales to tell in your speech.
You have no idea.
Yo, hi there, Faye. Sorry for us just using your house like this. But we have to talk about the big day tomorrow with the village chief. Yeah, tomorrow, huh? You're wedding with Alice. Well, that's a big day. Yeah, right. he sounds excited. But it still hasn't really hit me as reality, though. Hey, Timothy. I wanted to thank both you and Alice. 3 years ago, I woke up in this village without a trace of my memory, and an urge to spout exposition at every step.
And rotate a camera unnecessarily.
I didn't know who I was, where I had been, or what I'd been doing up until that day. I couldn't recall a single thing. Despite that, you and Alice sympathized with me and encouraged me to go on. Two of you hadn't been there for me, I don't know what would have become of me. Timothy, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Now you and Alice had better live happily ever after. Ah, quit it, will ya? You don't gotta go and get all mushy on me. Anyway, to me, it feels like we've been friends with you ever since we were kids. You know, go on being friends forever, right? Of course, and nothing bad will ever happen.
Oh, no, not in this game.
Oh yeah, Faye, can you stop by and check on Alice? Stuff to discuss with my old man and the village chief. I'm sure she'll be glad to have some company. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Anyway, see you later. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to the ceremony tomorrow. Alright, bye. I'm gonna take it easy, gravestone. You know, Faye, I'm sure that our village chief thinks of you as his own grandson. Not having any family for all those years and living on his own for so long. That's why he cares so very deeply about you. Please, never do anything that will break his poor old heart. Promise me that, Faye? Well, you know. There's nothing in these barrels. Disappointing.
Yeah, not everything has. Not every barrel has stuff, but some do.
This kid's got like, it's beyond a 5 head. That's like a 6 head. Jeez. So there you are, Faye. I gotta talk to you about something. Why, hello there, Dan. Pretty lively today, as you are every day. Dan, don't be so rude. It's just barging in and all. Oh, Timothy's here too. Butt out, Timothy. Oh, God. Get wrecked. Until you marry my sister, you got nothing to do with me at all. I just have some business here with my friend Faye. So anyway, Faye, something to talk to you about later. What is it, Dan? It sounds serious. Yeah, that's why I can't talk about it here. There's a certain person listening in who can cause us trouble. It's really important. We gotta talk seriously, one-on-one, man-to-man. Be hanging around outside. So I'll see you later, okay?
Just you and me and my forehead.
Be seeing you, Timothy. Take care of yourself until tomorrow. That little kid's gonna kill him.
I don't think Dan likes Tim.
As of tomorrow, I'm gonna be that kid's brother-in-law. That part's not gonna be no honeymoon.
A little bit of both, Max.
All right,
Mostly, he's just a nuisance.
Yeah, he was something. Okay. Well, there's a guy walking his dog. There's another very angry-looking child from the front. Jeez. That kid is pissed. Oh, Faye, maybe you can help. Have you seen Dan? He's probably around here somewhere, getting up to his usual mischief. Alice was saying she needed him for something. How can a brat like him possibly be related to Alice? Ah, brother. Well, yeah, that's how they're related, I think, brother.
Oh, yes.
Am I also outside selling wares, or is all old people in this village look like this guy?
All old people.
Oh, okay. Gee, Faye, what do you want? Finally, at my age, I've been able to live in peace. Straight up, probably live to be 100.
That's like 3 days from now.
North, right, south, and left. Those are the directions, Bunny.
I thought it was north, right, south, Dennis.
That's the 5th direction.
Ah.
No, Alice will make a lovely bride. I hope a handsome prince comes to my life soon. Well, he's right in front of you.
Oh, with those eyebrows, he won't. Wait.
Okay. So we got some kids really stalking around the place, walking into walls. Okay.
They were simpler times.
Hey, hello, Faye. You here to see Alice? Actually, it's customary that we don't let any men see the bride today. But you can be an exception. Oh. Was that a compliment or maybe not very nice?
No one really knows.
Maybe we should go on a joke that all old people is Lee and Lee is everyone. Like, I am old. It's true.
Eh?
Oh, hello, Faye. Have you come to visit our house? She's upstairs right now. But doesn't time fly? It's already been 10 years since my brother and his wife passed away. Did her best to raise the 2 children in her place. But now, as far as Alice is concerned, I can finally say my job is done. I know Timothy will take good care of her from now on. Now all that's left is Dan. I have a hard time raising him to an adulthood.
Just let him into a catapult, it'll be fine.
It has begun.
It has, Scott.
It sure has, Scott. It sure has.
The time is now.
Oh, Alice. Is that your wedding dress? No? Faye, you startled me. Yes, it is. I just finished it. Took more work than I expected. Really taking it to the limit there. You did a great job there. You look wonderful on you, Alice. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, Alice, Faye? What is it? Ah, nothing. I see. Also, I gotta say, the dress looks great from this particular angle. I think this angle really does that dress justice. With that,
It's so slimming.
it's very, very flat.
Is that what they call an eye line?
Yes. Nothing like a good 2D sticker to put on. Oh yes, that's right. Faye, have you seen Dan?
Unfortunately.
Knowing him, he's probably outside gas bagging right now. What the hell's gas bagging? Ugh, kid.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Or those days? The early 90s? Well, actually, this would be like mid to late 90s. But still. Gas bagging. Oh, that's kid. I just told him I had an errand for him to run. Oh, yeah? What kind of errand? It's for my wedding ceremony tomorrow. So we can go borrow a camera and some lights from Dr. Azuki up on the mountain peak. That's all it is. I'll be glad to do it for you. Oh, could you? Ah, but I couldn't possibly. Yeah, don't worry. It's no problem. Anyway, it doesn't exactly make me feel comfortable having Dan handle such delicate instruments. It's more, I might have a chance to eat some of Yui's cooking if I go to the doc's place. That's my Faye. I'll go up there now and get him for you. No, Faye, wait. What? Something else you want? It's not that. Faye, have you ever thought about things this way? Which way? This way? That way? If you'd only been born in this village.
Dress way?
We'd have known each other earlier on. Dude, this is not a healthy conversation to have the day before the wedding.
It'll all work out for these crazy kids. I believe in them.
No, it's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm a leave now. Okay. Careful on that mountain path. Give my regards to Dr. Azuki. Later. Have fun with your two-dimensional dress. This is fate. I feel so foolish. Who am I kidding?
Yourself, mostly.
Well, that was an entirely awkward conversation. I'm going to leave now.
You probably should. There might be a thing or two to grab in the village, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter much.
Oh, I found the 6 head. Oh, good.
If you avoid it, he's like a lighthouse.
You're ready to talk? As you know, tomorrow's finally the day of my sister's wedding. So what I want to talk to you about is exactly that. Alice's marriage. Faye, to be perfectly honest with you, I've always wished that you could have been my brother. Still not too late. You can go steal Alice and run off with her. If you need me to help, I'd be glad to. It may be hard for me to say this, but my sister's beautiful and a good cook. This is just between you and me, but she's well endowed too. This is the creepiest kid.
Isn't he?
Can I go punt him off a bridge? How's it going, Bearwiz? Did we play For the King? We have played For the King on the YouTube channel.
There's a sequel coming.
So no, I'm not doing anything that this guy wants ever. Hey, what are you talking about, Dan? Timothy and Alice are both my best friends. You know I can't do that. Yeah, I know that. Well, if you're gonna be like that. But if you change your mind, come and talk to me.
No one likes you.
Alright, so I have to make it a point never to talk to this kid again.
Well, that's not a point you can adhere to, but...
Dang. Okay, so there's a couple other houses. Oh, there's a very angry kid on the roof of that building.
She's in detention.
Makes sense. This is some kind of bar of some variety.
Oh yeah, let's get crunk.
Oh look, not all old people look the same. Look, they have different colored robes on.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's completely different.
Different tailors.
It's like, I'll be here all day if I talk to every villager, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it and see what happens. Let's see. Various different buildings. Let's see. Mountain path ahead. Beware of the HP gobbling hobgobs. Those wishing to see the doctor on the mountaintop should proceed with courage and conviction. It's a unusual but informative sign. Well, it's the way I need to go. What game is Scott talking about here?
Chained Echoes.
Never heard of it.
I hadn't either. Looked at it on Steam. Looks good. Wishlisted now. Right. Have you found the jump key yet?
No. Oh, I'm stretching. I have attack, defense, chi, and item. Point system.
Yeah. So on the bottom, down by the gauge, it's currently a 3 of 3.
Yeah.
Right now, you can't do anything fancy. 1 point is light attack, very high hit chance. Square is medium hit chance. Third is X is heavy, low hit chance. So you hit 4 points. That's when shit starts to get interesting.
I'll go for a nice 2-pointer.
Hit triangle to do the last point too. You can use all points every turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a case of when you're on foot you don't have to bank anything. That's what you have to play with every turn.
Okay. So is there a benefit from doing heavier hits? If I can spend all the points, I can just do 3 light hits.
There will be benefits to different combinations later. For now, since you can only do three points worth, usually just chain light hits. Highest hit chance.
Take that, you nerd. I'm invincible. Ah, he lived. Oh, no, he didn't live. I thought he lived for a half a second.
He was going for the Emmy dive.
Oh, I got some hob jerky. All right. So we got a floaty thing, and we got a signpost.
The floaty thing is your save point.
Well, should probably go there. Presumably it's through this menu here. File.
Yep.
Save. Oh, so many save spots. Oh man, that saving sequence was intense.
It's the fanciest.
Had no business being that intense.
They had an entire team dedicated to just the save bar.
Okay, well, let's go read the signpost. This way, walking course, watch out for cliffs. That way, doctor's house, right after the bridge. Well, we want to go to the doctor's house. I mean, now we know where our bridge is. We can punt that kid off of it later.
Would be nice.
Oh, I see like a treasure box. Doc Azuki's house is over that bridge and up to the north. Okay. Oh, God! I hate it when reality shatters on me.
Oh, you must have hated the 90s.
It was acceptable in the 90s.
That's fair. And weirdly accurate.
Surfing, I've heard a lot of tales of people liking this game, but I've never played it before now. I'm very far away. Does that matter?
No, you'll jump to him.
Man, these hobgobs are not good at landing their hits.
They aren't until they are, and it sucks when they hit.
It's one of those, they miss most of the time, but if they do hit, you're going to regret
If they use their ability, you're going to hate it.
Ah, okay. Level up. Looks like I got an attack increase, some more HP and EP and attack. Okay.
And nothing mystical about the stats. They do what they say on the label. Ether is this game's magic.
I was just going to say, you say everything they do on the label. There's something called Ether. Oh, wow. Battles are frequent. Could the hobgobs not attack me from over there?
No, they can't. Like the wolves can jump across the chasm, the hobgobs can't.
Man, look at all this free XP over here.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, you'll need it.
Doesn't sound ominous at all.
This game has a tendency to you're in the kiddie pool right now. Once you're done with the opening sequences, you get hurled into the deep end. Pretty quick.
Random kid just standing out here. Oh, it's you, Faye. Cliff's edge collapsed from the heavy rain we had recently. You're all right, Faye. You can do a big jump to get across it, but I'm too scared. Hey, what's a big jump? Yeah, I haven't found that button yet. How could you forget how to jump, you idiot? Big jump is done by pressing the triangle button while running with the circle button held down. You can jump much further than with a regular jump. So you never have any problems. It's not fair.
Shan.
How's it going, Chan? And Snorchlax. How's it going?
Bless you.
So that's the jump, and then just whee! Easy peasy.
Ta-da!
Thanks for playing it. You should thank Tfiros, because he forced me to play it. He said if I didn't play it, he would find where I lived and beat me to death.
Fine, I already know where you live. Like, I had people standing by today. Come on now.
I know. I had the curtains drawn and everything.
Yeah, I saw the surveillance photos. Oh, that was a long time ago, Bun Bun. I escaped.
Unfortunately. Don't worry, I might capture him again next week.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Okay, so there's a treasure chest underneath this bridge here. If I go around this way. More Aqua Soul. Now do I want to keep going this way? Was there anything else this way? No, there wasn't.
Just an unfathomably deep chasm.
But maybe what I'm looking for is at the bottom of it.
Oh, you'll find something at the bottom of it. Mostly a sudden stop, but...
Yeah, but the fall will be fine. Ow. Can't believe you've done this.
Let me punch you in the face.
Alright. We got another signpost here. This way to Dr. Saiton Azuki's house. He really lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he may also be my favorite character in this game.
Just imagine him doing a grocery run. Jeez. Well, it looked like he had some sort of flying machine over there, so maybe doing a grocery run is actually pretty awesome. Let's just go right in. Is that a chicken?
Yes.
Oh, that's a chicken noise. Oh. It's like the most bit crunched, screechy chicken I've ever heard.
Buck, buck. Mother, father.
Oh, Faye, welcome. Hello, Yui. Where's Doc? My husband's tinkering with his junk out in the backyard. I should have guessed. Doesn't he ever get sick of playing with that stuff? Okay, then. I'll go into the backyard and see if I can find him. Presuming this door goes that way. Where are you?
I wouldn't worry too much about that Snorch. He tends to, when he starts the game, he plays it through until the game stops him.
Correct.
Looking at you, Baker's story.
Look, I made it to the end. I called that close enough.
Yeah.
I'm Midori. It's a nice day to play outside. How about we feed the birds later? Yeah.
I am so surprised that Scott forgot to mention crossbows were required, which is why I didn't. Like, I figured it's like, this is his baby. He's got this.
Oh, it's another screechy chicken. Got another building with a robot on top of it. Where are you, Doc? What's going on?
Saiton must be home. Random explosions are happening.
It's no good. Why are they using such inferior parts? This is why their intervention strat. Ah, Doc, that's where you were. Ah, Faye, good to see you. You alright? What are you doing all the way up there? I thought I'd try to restore this land crab. Question. Why is it called a land crab?
Because
it's got
eventually it has to
helicopter
land.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that explosion was nothing to worry about. It happens all the time. Could you wait a while? Just about ready to call it a day. Ah, yes, there's something interesting in the storeroom. Want to take a look? Okay, Doc, I will, but please hurry up. It'll get dark before you know it. It's like not if I exploded into existence a new sun. So this is what Doc was talking about. Let me see. What's so interesting about it? Oh, what have I done? Wow? Question mark?
Welcome to the Circus of Values.
Why am I getting bonked by Bunny? What did I do? I have no idea why I'm getting bonked.
I mean, welcome to my normal existence.
How's it going, Coffee now? You know what you said? I don't know what I said. I honestly have no idea why I got bonked. This music I've heard from before somewhere. What do you think? Explode a new sun into existence. I meant sun as in S-U-N, as in a star, as in a new light source. That was actually, like, a legit sentence that I said.
It's like a flashlight, but bigger.
Oh, jeez. Getting bonked for making science jokes.
Look, I still love you, buddy.
Doc. Hello again, Faye. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Music is a mysterious thing. Sometimes it makes people remember things that they do not expect. Many thoughts, feelings, memories, things almost forgotten. Regardless of whether the listener desires to remember them or not. Apparently that was doing that to people who are already familiar with this game. Doc, what is this? It was excavated from some old ruins and is still under repair. Obviously, it's an audio device of some type. Long ago, people would listen to this melody, just as we're doing now. At times they would have been cheered up, other times they would have been made to cry. By the way, what brings you here today? Oh yeah, that's right. I need a camera. Alice asked me to borrow some camera equipment from you. Oh yes, her wedding is tomorrow, right? Understood. Well, we'd better get them ready then. Oh, and dinner should be ready soon. Would you like to join us? Would I ever? I was hoping you'd ask.
Apparently, you is quite the cook.
Did today's video get music copyrighted? It did not. I was a little worried, but it was fine.
Which one was going up today?
The FTL Rogue Invader?
Rogue Station.
Rogue Station, yeah. There's so many Rogue games.
There's a couple, yeah.
Still got some cleaning to do up here. Do you mind giving Midori some company back in the house? Alright, take your time, Doc. I'll go ahead and eat when dinner's ready. Go right ahead. I'll not be held responsible if you get a stomachache from eating my wife Yui's cooking. Oh, damn.
In Yui's defense, it's because of quantity, not quality of cooking.
Look, it felt like it was implied. It's just like, look, you ate it, you know. You signed a waiver coming in the door.
You might. Have you seen Midori? She's like a tiny bouncer.
I feel strange when I listen to this music. I feel something warm inside. Just maybe because you have someone living inside of you. You're pregnant.
Welcome in, Skin Miner.
How's it going, Skin Miner? And you must have liked this music a long time ago before it became a part of you. What? Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Dad, I hear Midori calling. She doesn't talk. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Bye. Is Timothy and Alice's wedding really tomorrow? It'd actually be better to live an ordinary life in this condition. As a son of man. Well, anyway, I suppose I'd better readjust the gyro at least. Huh?
Titan being all weird and cryptic.
Oh man. The music tempo's really kicking up now.
Take it, baby? Question mark? Nope, too much shaking.
This cannot be. Is this an omen? Oh.
To pieces.
Skidminer, I forgot to warn you about putting on a helmet. Oh, now it's gonna happen. We warn people all the time about their helmets.
We just keep running out of helmets.
It's true. Oh, that was good. Your cooking never fails to impress me, Huey. Thank you so much for a delicious meal. You're welcome.
It was dinner.
Are all these
Chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are all these chickens walking around future meals? If you like my cooking that much, I'd be happy to cook for you anytime, Faye.
Country living's a little bit different, man.
I'll bring the equipment you need to the village tomorrow morning, myself. Does not exactly make me feel comfortable to have you handle such delicate instruments, I'm afraid. Look, I was the better option. That freaking
Right.
weird six-head kid Dan was supposed to come here and take it. So
You'd rather forehead goblin?
where have I heard that line before? That's all right by me. Well, see you tomorrow, Doc. Good night, Yui, Midori. Good night. We're looking forward to tomorrow's wedding. Oh, I have a sneeze that's like really like on just the edge of existence.
Oh, those are the worst.
I'm trying to make it go away forever.
I still blame Scott.
Scott, I can't believe you've done this to me.
Damn it, Scott. All because of Levitz. Wait.
Am I going to attempt to get the good ending or just play and see? I'm just playing blind. I have no idea of endings. Oh, Ash Hunter has come in with a shotgun blasting out gift subs. Thank you very much, Ash Hunter. But yeah, I have no idea. I didn't even know there were multiple endings. Just going forth completely blind. Surfing also coming in with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's real.
Everyone's just blasting away over here. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, Faye, please be careful. I mean, the path is dangerous when it's so dark. What's wrong, Doc? Nothing to worry about. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Oh, now it's just me. Also, we're already at a level 4 hype train. Moving quickly. See you tomorrow. I'll go home now. I'll just walk up here. Well, let me just... Oh, yeah, it'll let me just go in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dark.
Excellent!
Choo choo.
Thank you for the 500 bits, Scott. There's a ladder and it won't let me go up, and I'm disappointed. Oh, wait. Now it did? It was very confused. It didn't know what it wanted.
Now,
Okay.
put your ear up to that. You can hear an ocean. You're just not sure which one.
Go back down. Yes, because I can't seem to do anything else up here.
I mean, and the multiple endings thing for this game, it's that term's a little bit misleading. It's the same ending. There are just some things that can change in it.
Okay.
Excellent!
All my good vibes for the game.
Thank you very much, Snorjax. Snorchlax. There's an L there. Oh, I... Watch your step. It's a doozy. Just flew off the building.
Going down.
Okay. So now that it's dark, I gotta figure out where the heck I'm going. Okay, that's the Skyland crab. So I think where I want to go is this way. There we go.
Oh, Bun Cosmos is an entirely different game. Which, if Lee likes this, I might work on him in the future for the Xenosaga games.
Part of me wants to try to make this jump. It seems like it's a terrible idea.
Do it.
But it looks doable, right?
Look, I ain't playing.
Anything awful happen if you fall down the cliff?
One way to find out.
Oh. You just, you just
You
don't.
can't, fool.
Oh. What's that? This seems fine. Oh god, Bunny took off her helmet.
Get her! Revenge for all the bonking. This is your chance, Chet.
Oh. Kyler dove in front of the bullet. Oh, the serpent took
There
the
she
shot.
goes.
Headshot!
So many shots being taken. Thank you, guys. Giants. Faye?
I will say you should save on your way out.
Well, I typically save whenever I see the save thing. Some flying objects went over Lahan. Oh, so you saw them too. Judging by their shadows, they appear to be a group of gears from our neighbor country, Kislev. Those were gears? Like Xenogears? Oh no, they're headed directly for Lahan. The ones I just saw? Let us make haste. Okay. Oh, oh shit, he's
out.
Look, I was gonna do a cool jump thing, but he dove off the cliff, so I'm just following him. He seemed to know what he was doing. Oh, hold on. Oh, wrong button. Arduin getting blasted by Dead Tech.
Oh,
everyone getting
Dead
blasted.
Tech, I appreciate your timing. Blam! By the way, duck.
That's how you do it. Yeah, we'll overwrite. So dramatic.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of reason to have multiple saves in this game. How's it going, Twisty? Hey, Twisty.
No, Lahans.
Oots, oots, oots.
Why does this always happen to us? Every PS1 RPG that we play. Opening village just getting absolutely annihilated.
You go there, and I'm just like, every bachelor party I'm ever invited to.
That's why you stopped getting invited.
Oh, no, I'm still invited. They just always end in car rides and fire.
Alice? Timothy? Oh god, Twisty!
Damn, Twisty.
Coming in with 20 gift subs. Holy cow. Thank you very much. People coming in blasting today.
Right?
Oh, very much appreciated.
21
Thank
gun
you, guys.
salute for Lahan, apparently.
Yeah. The trend continues. Doctor, they came out of nowhere and landed right in our village. I know. What on earth are they doing starting a battle here? Y'all okay? Yeah, but it's Dan. We can't find him. So there's no tragedies.
And nothing of value was lost that day.
I'll go look one more time. Alice, go ahead and get out of the village. No, Timothy, wait. You and Alice and the rest of the villagers should evacuate to a safer location. Doc, you know I can't just leave Dan behind. Timothy. I understand how you feel, but leave the rest up to Faye and me. We'll make sure that Dan doesn't leave. Don't worry, you don't have to make sure. The primary thing you should be concerned with is your own safety. Timothy, your responsibility is to protect Alice. But... it's just as Doc says. Get out of here, you dinguses. Don't worry about Dan. Knowing him, he's already evacuated and waited for you. He was the first one out of here. Didn't save nobody else. Okay, Alice, let's get Dr. Azuki and Faye to handle it from here. Okay, fine. But Faye, please look out for Dan. And I'll see. If he still happens to be in the village, I'll be sure to look.
I'll make sure I wave as I toss him into the fire.
I'll check inside the houses to see if there's anyone left behind. Faye, you go around the village and guide stragglers to a safe location. Alright. Doc, you be careful, okay? Yeah, you too. Ah. Things are happening. Blah! Uh? Hit him with the uppercut. You'll never see it coming. Oh, hit him with the anime cutscene.
The cross begins. Uh,
Very 90s animation.
I mean,
Huh? Faye? Wait, Faye! No, I'm gonna take out this robot. Scott, I walk away for 2 minutes to get pizza and everything's on fire.
typical Friday.
Don't do this, Faye. You must not fight here. Faye!
It does, Bunny, but in very key spots.
It's just like I have a robot now. Linguistic modifier enabled. Identified. Lamb. Ignis dialect. No piloting experience. Easy mode set. Hey, come on. You don't gotta go easy mode on me. Synchronizing input interface with pilot's normal reflex time. Warning to pilot. Combat mode. About to enter combat. 1,200 units of fuel left. Utilize command ring in upper left screen to select attack.
Okay, so Gears Combat, very similar in approach. You only get one attack per turn.
Okay.
Each level of attack uses a certain level of fuel. More things will come into play in Gears Combat later in the game. It's nothing you have to worry about now.
Okay. Power and fuel differs with type of attack. So the same low to high system as before. Charge restores 30 fuel unit. So if you're just out, you can just be like, I gotta charge.
Mm-hmm. Charge also kind of doubles as defend.
Okay. Enemy gears now preparing to attack. Terminating help mode. Okay.
We'll get there, Scott. For now, they're just gears.
So as this is the first fight, I assume I have plenty of stuff to work with, so I can just...
Yeah, your fuel is full.
Yeah, I just go for the big boy attacks.
Sure.
Ow. Ow. Take that, you nerd. Can't help but think that the mech I stole is much better than their mechs.
Well, yeah, because one you stole is fancy.
Yeah. So I got some experience. My stats have increased much more significantly.
You just got
than
like
before.
3 levels.
All right. So yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, don't feel too bad, Scott. Like, the Xenosaga games are a lot of fun. But this is where it all started.
Reinforcements, huh? Am I right, too? Damn it. How many of them are there? He seems extra fancy.
He can also fly. He's a dick.
I guess there's no choice but to fight.
Have fun, Arduin.
I'll take it easy.
Make him ghoul somebody for me.
Faye, the way you're fighting. Oh no, this isn't good. If he awakens here, you're like good at robot fighting. That's unusual. Ah, maybe that building will explode. Dang. You alright? What are you doing here? You don't know how worried Alice and Timothy are? Sorry, Dr. Azuki. Got out of the village earlier, but I came back. Just couldn't bear to think of leaving my sister's wedding dress behind here. It was a 2D sticker. I think she'll be fine.
She just finished it today.
You're trying to save your sister's wedding dress? You idiot. Such a sentimental little boy. Minus the senta. Let us evacuate to a safer spot while Faye has their attention. It appears that they're after that gear Faye is in. The what? Faye's inside that monster?
You'll understand when you're older, Dan.
Faye is bound by the dark, cruel destiny of God. Huh. Weird.
That didn't feel like foreshadowing at all.
Come on now, Dan. Better get away from here. Dan! I knew you were still in the village. Boy, I'm glad you're okay. Huh? Pour one out for Timothy, guys, I think. Ugh. Wait, don't shoot. Stop it. These people have nothing to do with you. Timothy! Out of the way, you bastards. Dramatic zoom in. Stop it. I said stop it.
Hey, one weakness, bullets.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left in this gun, you see?
That sound effect was hilarious and well-timed and also awful for all the same reasons.
Yeah. Bye, Alice.
Look. Now they don't have to worry about the wedding.
I mean, Timothy was already
Green screen. Uh. Huh? Where am I? Did they just get nuked? Kind of, sort of, a little bit. Doc,
Not dissimilar. Which means they're all subbed. Hooray.
you finally gained consciousness, Faye. What happened? Where's the guy playing this game? And Timothy and Alice. What did I? Yeah, well, that is, you murder. Dan. Dan, what do you mean? What's going on? They're all subbed now. Isn't that a good thing? Faye.
Yeah, they have emotes and everything.
It's because you had to go get in that monster. Alice and Timothy. People of the village are all. You killed everyone using that monster.
Except for 80% of the village, which is standing right here.
Why'd you have to fight in the middle of the village? How do you know how to operate such a monster? Mother? Where, Mother? See, I told you so. I said allowing someone we knew nothing about into our village would spell disaster. Oh, hurts. It hurts. God. There's one little robot fight in the village and everyone has such a hissy fit.
So BattleBots had to change cities for every filming.
Murder, my sister. Give back my sister. That's not how it works. With a cranium your size, you should be able to work that out.
Or store what's left of your sister in there.
Oh.
I'll see myself out too soon.
Oh, there's nothing to be gained from putting the blame all on Faye alone. What's more, you know Faye had no control over the malfunction of that gear. God, I know that. But...
Yes, malfunction. Yes.
I hate you! Ugh. And away he goes. Might be better if we left him by himself for the rest of his life. He doesn't know what to do with his grief, his anger. And Faye, it may be a good idea for you to leave this place. Leave and never return. There's no guarantee that reinforcements from yesterday's unit are not going to come. I probably want to know what happened to their comrades. Also, if you stay here, I don't think the atmosphere is going to be very joyful, if you know what I mean. Probably best for you and all the other villagers here. Alright. Well, peace out, everybody. What am I supposed to do now? Well, why not go through the Black Moon Forest and head for Ave? Sure, the soldiers from yesterday were not from Ave. If you can manage to get to the other side, they will not be able to track you down very easily. Alright, I understand, Doc. Anyway, please take care of the rest of the things here. Of course. Well, do take care now. Did you remember to bring the camera? No? Okay.
He was bringing that in the morning.
Well, it's morning now.
Oh, there's morning, all right. With that extra letter and everything.
Aww.
I'll stop.
No, that one was too good to ignore, but oof. You killed everyone in that monster. Murder, my sister. Give me back my sister. Other things he said. The dialogue is so nonchalant for such a serious situation. Well,
I mean, like, what do you say, though?
alright, well. Looks like I'm on the main thing now. Can I save on the main screen here?
Yes. I believe so.
Then I will do so.
Yes.
Okay. So we want to go to that city over there, I believe.
Correct.
Or
To the forest.
we'll go nowhere.
Goblins! Right, now you have 4 blocks now.
Oh, so I do.
You're going to want to start doing triangle X.
Triangle X.
It won't do anything fancy for a while. You have to, quote-unquote, learn the move first. Once you have it, yes, things are good.
Okay, because that was just measurably much worse.
Yeah. There are certain combat button patterns for 4, 5, 6, and 7 that you'll eventually memorize.
Do
Because
I?
it's the same with 2 rare exceptions, and only Faye gets them. It's the same all across the board for all characters you play.
Is there an entrance to this forest? I can't just walk through it?
Yeah, there is. You have to find the right spot. I think it's further up from you, to your right.
Oh, okay. Weird.
All right, kid gloves are about to come off. Your first real zone. Let's go.
Birds! Okay. So there's a little like alcove over there. We got some logs. It was definitely pointing me in a general this way direction. Can I jump up on the logs? Do I have enough ups?
Not from here. There are some treasure chests you can get, or treasure pickups at least you can get by doing some fuckery in the zone.
Okay.
Nothing critical this early.
The jackal tackle! Just going to continuously headbutt things to oblivion until I learn this fabled new move.
As you should.
Oh god, now Joe and Scott are talking about Jade Cocoon and I'm just screaming eternally. Well, I can kind of go this way.
Oh, and the Aqua Soul and Hob Jerkies are healing items.
Okay.
Aqua Soul can be used in anytime. Hob Jerky is only out of combat, I believe.
Oh, well, I see an item on top of that log. I see just a hobgoblin just hanging out on the overworld.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like an auto fight, or is that?
Nope, not a fight at all.
Oh,
He's showing you how to get up.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. So you're saying I shouldn't be murdering all these hobgoblins?
I mean, you should.
Oh, and there's a save point right there. But can I reach that?
Again, not from here.
Boink, boink, boink.
I can kill him.
Oh, that's unkind. I was gonna be like, thanks, buddy, and then the game is just like, kill him.
Look, he served his purpose, and now he's ready for his reward.
This doesn't seem very nice.
Oh, and you will know when you unlock the move. It's not subtle.
Thanks for the tip, guys. And the hob jerky.
See, 2 of them can still be useful later.
You know what? I'm gonna save again now that I've killed them. Scott, why do you lie to the people?
See, all this talk about Jade Cocoon just makes me want to play Jade Empire again.
Look, I've learned in games like this that you gotta save early and save often.
Yes.
Also, I turned my camera and I got into a fight.
Surprise?
Oh, you're new. Oh, you're a bit tough.
Try using I think you have a chi attack. You can try that on him.
Guided shot.
Yep, use it.
Ah. Get wrecked, nerd.
But you only have 4 more of those.
Get wrecked for future nerds.
I mean, they're once you unlock the move, you can take them out with that too.
Can I just hop up over here and just... It's a new friend next to a rock.
What happens if you killed your friend?
I'm presuming he's holding up the rock or something. I don't know.
You're killing Atlas?
Yes. To be fair, I feel like Atlas would be okay with that after a certain point.
Sisyphus probably too.
Yeah. I got hopgopped. I don't get this. Level up. Hit percent, ether, and then just HP. Lots
Actually,
of
you can do charge shots 6 more times. My count was off.
What if I just move out of the way?
You probably should.
Okay, so that opened up a path that way, but that
The path is progression, but you can now go back and do some
where does that rock
potentially
go?
jumpy fuckery to get. I think it kept going.
Oh yeah, it's way over here now. Oh, many wolves. Ow. Also ow. And not ow.
I mean, it's none of them kicked. That's actually good for you.
And another ow. No, they're real into that jackal move.
All jackal, no tackle.
I'm not convinced that there's anything other than this headbutt.
I mean, you can go find out how close you are in status.
Oh, is there a thing? Ah,
Yeah.
Drygen learned.
Oh, there you go. Got it.
I was that close. Okay, so here's the rock. Can I do anything with the rock? Or did I just top down for no reason?
Possibly no reason.
Okay.
I don't remember for sure how to get that pickup. I know you can do it, but I think it might just be an Aqua Soul. It's not really worth it.
Boink. 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 No, it didn't jump. Get up there. Alright, I'm just being impatient. Ruining all my jumps.
Unfortunately, Scott, there is not actually a move called Fujin. There's a Ryujin later.
Okay, so now if I do Triangle X, it'll do a different thing?
Yes. And even though X has a high chance of missing, the special moves cannot miss, but they can be blocked.
Okay, well now that I've learned that, should I try doing something else?
Because you only have 4 right now, you can't learn anything else yet.
Oh, okay, well then just...
Once you get 5, there are 2 to learn at 5.
Well then I'm just gonna hit him with all these sparkly punches then.
Hell yeah.
Ow, my knees.
Oh, I actually was not aware you could get it from the ground, Kylo. That's good to know.
I mean, you can just jump up next to the log and grab it in mid-air. But yeah, it's just Aqua Soul. Okay. Then I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Aqua Souls are cheap. And for now, you have jerky, which you might want to consider eating on.
I mean, Bunny is
Until you get
always-
more than one party member, being under half health can be bad.
Bunny's always yelling at me about eating, so I guess I'll eat some hob jerky. There we go. Let's see. So now we want to go up here, and then this away. What?
Alien!
Throw down your weapon. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
She's speaking in tongues!
Won't be the last time.
Turn around. I said turn around. You shaking? Be quiet. You don't seem to be one of the Kislev soldiers who are after me. But...
Yeah, this is PS1 skin.
yes. Don't move. I have orders to kill all surface dwellers. Lambs I come in contact with. It's part of my mission. Nothing personal, kid. I have a question for you. I'll get out of this
Do you
forest.
feel lucky?
Do I still got 5 shots or 6?
Well, do you?
Punk. You lost. Just answer my question. How do I get out of here? Sorry, but I'm looking for the way out of here too. Oh. Oh. Dang. Why are you just gonna stand there like that? You're gonna shoot me, then hurry up and do it. Nothing to say. Don't you understand the situation that you're in? I don't care about my situation. Just do it. This guy whose life is worthless. There's no point in me living anyway. Stay back. Go on. Do it. Oh, wow, she did. What are you aiming at? Here, shoot me here. Come on. Are you mocking me?
A little bit.
You're weird. Something's very wrong with you. You should at least resist a little bit. Come on, do it. What's this? Who are you? Blat.
More alien!
Stop. Keep your hands off Ellie. Take that. Oh, it's a forest elf. Oh, God, he hit me with the suplex body slam. His attack was way cooler than mine, but mine does more damage.
You get cooler attacks, don't feel bad.
You alright? Hang in there. Good, you finally woke up. You didn't move for so long that I started to worry. How you feeling? Yeah. Still intend to kill me? Go right ahead and shoot me. I'm right here. You not do it while you're in this forest. Forest monsters hate loud noises, you know? Fine, don't talk to me if you don't want to. Won't it kill you to thank me for tending your wounds? Thanks. But you shouldn't have helped me. Don't think it'll save your life, though. It really doesn't change a thing. What are you so afraid of? I'm not afraid. Just being cautious. It's natural for me to be this cautious, considering I've met such a suspicious surface-dwelling lamb. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna do anything. Besides, you're much more suspicious than I am. Huh? I mean, your name is Mysterious Woman. So what's your name? I just told you, Mysterious Woman. I won't give my name to a surface dweller, lamb. What's with you and this lamb thing? We're both lost in this forest, surrounded by dangerous monsters. Shouldn't we at least be cooperating with each other until we get out of here? Good. So what's your name? It's gonna be hard for us to cooperate with one another without at least knowing each other's names. Anyway, my name is Fei Fong Wong. You can call me Fei. I'm Elham, but my parents call me Ellie. Ellie, huh? Somehow I already knew that. What? Anyway, it's too dangerous to travel along these parts that late at night. We'll just gloss right over that. Let's wait until daybreak before we continue looking for a way out of here. That's okay with you? I guess we have no choice, do we? Okay then, Ellie. How about having something to eat?
I got roast elf.
Ah, delicious.
Yeah, tastes kind of old though.
We cutscene it again.
That's supposed to be the assumption right now, Scott, but that is not the case here. This game will fuck with your head. Just fair warning.
They appear to have left me here. Hello, ominous figure.
You must be lonely here by yourself.
Wearing an ominous cross we've seen before.
Faye. Faye. Faye.
Hey, Dengus. Faye? You awake? I'm just gonna walk uncomfortably close next to you now. Alright, and now we're in the middle of a new zone. I have no idea where to go from here. That's a log. That could be the one I came in on. Who knows? Oh, there's a signpost. Path up. Watch the cliffs. Okay, well, if that's the path up, then what's this? Over here. Oh, well, I found two friends up top. Aha, I found stuff.
We like stuff.
Good old Aqua Soul. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there.
They are not in this one, Bun. Sorry.
Oh, there's a treasure chest over there.
The only voice acting will be in the animated cutscenes anyway.
Yeah, that's usually how these go, just because the PS1 just didn't have that much storage space for all that extra stuff.
And this was already a 2-disc game.
Which, honestly, for the time, 2-disc wasn't that big.
Yeah, and considering how much they fit into the 2 discs, it's kind of impressive.
Oh, you're like, hey, you should come jump over here, huh? Hey, I pressed the wrong button. I failed. This is what I get for using a keyboard?
Ligo dando hole.
I mean, I'm using a controller on official PS1 software. Never mind.
I have a controller I could send you, actually.
Yeah. Thank you, friend, for being so helpful. Okay. So, we know what to do with you at the least, but now we have a new party member to mess with.
Yeah, and I think she starts at 3 AP, so you can't do much with her yet.
Well, the old triangle special.
Yup.
He must convert you to the controller side. Oh, but that's like, it's like extra work and stuff.
I mean, like, I have a spare Logitech Rebel Pad 2 that is literally a PS2 controller.
Yeah, it's still like extra work and stuff. Like, I have a controller. But I'd have to, like, do stuff. Playing my favorite game, take my money. Do what I can.
Welcome in, Zodiac.
Thank you for the Prime.
I am invincible!
Oh.
Invincible!
Keeping that noggin protected. Oh, hey, look. The person who's been in the only fight I've ever seen has leveled up.
You grew up so fast.
And we'll grab you. Survival tent. And then we'll press the wrong button again. Save. Jump for joy.
Sure, now you jump.
Okay. I believe there's another treasure across this bridge. Oh. We got new things. Well,
Sky chickens.
let's take care of these guys right in front of us, I guess. Oh, she didn't get slammed.
No, she did a good jump though.
Come on in, and welcome to the... Oh, combo. Oh. Interesting.
That you can see which ones you have learned and select them right from there if you want.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Also, you can do more than just the one attack if you go combo wise.
It won't let me just do it from here.
Yeah, this is where you actually have to save AP. If you want to go combo, you need to use less than your max every turn.
I can't seem to reach the other people. Oh, it costs AP and you have 0. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and for the most part, like there will be a couple niche areas where combo can be useful, but for the most part, don't worry about it.
Also, this girl here is getting absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna defend. She doesn't do that much damage anyway.
You can also use an Aqua Soul if you want.
That's true.
She has some ether stuff that's decent.
She does this victory pose like, I did it!
I
Nearly
survived.
Dying. Oh. Into a cutscene. Faye, you said your life was worthless. What do you mean by that? It contains no monetary value. Nothing can be gained from my existence.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms.
Why are you asking? Yesterday you looked like you had a death wish. Think it wouldn't make me wonder? Say, how'd you get stranded in this forest in the first place? I walked in. Should ask you the same question. Well, I ran away from my village. What's left of it. I also blew up my village. Village? You don't mean... Lahan. It was a small village that existed between this forest and the mountain range. I ran away from there. That village? It was a nice, peaceful village. Everyone there treated me like family. And last night, a group of gears suddenly appeared and started fighting right in the middle of the place. The village was engulfed in flames. I couldn't just stand there and watch Lahan be destroyed. So to try to save the villagers, I got into an empty gear, without even knowing how to operate it. I just thought maybe I could do it. No, it was more like someone whispering to me. Someone whispering to me, telling me to do it. It was a disaster. The village. Was it destroyed by the Kislev army? Faye? No, the village was destroyed. By me. Bum bum bum. It was me. I destroyed Lahan. I'm sure of it. What do you mean you destroyed it? I thought you were trying to help save the villagers. I did try to help. I actually took out a few gears. Then I came under heavy fire from a new group of gears. And then my friend, Timothy, was hit by a hail of bullets. I lost it. Everything just went dark. Don't remember anything after that. Gear was in and went out of control. Well, that's what Doc said. I came to the village, and everyone in it, except for all of the people that survived, were killed.
They were all napping under the stairs. It's fine.
Yeah. Alice, she was such a... Alice and Timothy. Oh God, everybody. All such good people. Went out of control? The gear? What about the village? Faye? Yes, the gear. If only those gears had never landed in the village. Zoom! Damn them. They're still giving chase. They've entered Ava territory. I'm not giving up now. This gear's too important. That's done it. I'm at a disadvantage now. Van Houten, what's wrong? Respond. Shrapnel in my back. My thruster's output is dropping. Can't maintain altitude. Damn it, everyone land now. Regroup on the ground. We'll have to engage them. You know, if you landed like 2 steps back, you wouldn't be like in the middle of that plowed field. That's just rude.
My cabbages!
Oh, if they never come to the village, never started fighting there, then I wouldn't have tried to pilot that gear. It's all their fault, not mine. They're the ones to blame. If they never come, none of this would have... Not for them. Them! Them! This tree! Enough of that.
Minecraft confirmed.
You're a coward. Coward? Me? Yeah, you're a coward. All you're saying is them, them, them. Don't talk as if you had no part of the blame as well. I'm to blame. Yeah, that's right. Because I'm deflecting from me being the blame.
This bitch.
Of course the direct cause of the battle was that a gear made an emergency landing in your village. But all Kislev wanted was the gear, right? They weren't invading or out to destroy Lahan. The real damage occurred because you climbed into gear and tried to fight back. That is some gaslighting nonsense if I've ever heard it. Like, holy crap, really? You're a coward. This is your fault. And she's just like, hope she doesn't find out. Like, oh, wow. Whatever made you get into that gear? Not as anyone can pilot them. It takes training. There's no way a civilian could hope to pilot one. Besides, you should have been helping the villagers flee to safety instead. How can you blame the damage on the gear when it was your decision to fight in the first place? Why don't you take some of the responsibility yourself? Why are you putting all the blame on others? It's just running away. That's what makes you a coward.
It's literally your fault.
Like, this is the most gaslighting nonsense I've ever heard. When you put it that way, yeah, I guess I'm a coward. I didn't realize my own strength and been blaming what happened as a result of that on others. I'm a pitiful excuse for a man, but I just felt this rush of blood in me and I couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself or help others. Faye, I'm the one to blame.
I'm not going to say anything more because it'll all be incriminating.
Shut up, what do you know? Well, in actuality, I know quite a lot. When I came to us surrounded by piles of rubble, I didn't know what had happened or what I'd done. I remember absolutely nothing. All I know is that my hands could still feel what they had done. The only things that penetrated the gear's barrier were screams. Screams accompanied by the stench of blood, the sound of crushing bones, my own curses.
Just like back in Nam.
Look at my hands. Can you hear their voices? My hands talk. It's like Vampire Hunter D, but weirder. Can you understand this feeling? Feeling of having destroyed your village with your own hands. Not being able to do anything for the children left behind. They now have nothing. I have nothing. I have nowhere. No one. I didn't want to get in it. I had no choice. There was no other way. She's just like, I'm gonna just move on. I feel like I can't add any more to this conversation without incriminating myself, so I'm leaving. This is prime what not to do therapy tutorial.
Yeah, Ash, this is not the game you come watch if you're looking for feel good material. This is a pretty dark story.
No. I didn't do anything. They died because you had to pilot the gear and start fighting. It wasn't me. Can't you understand? Not just anyone can pilot those machines, you know. I didn't do it. Why won't you take responsibility? I'm not so strong. Why are you trying to put the blame on others?
Excellent question.
I'm not even all that talented. You're a coward!
That's right. I'm a coward.
That's right. I am a coward. These guys are really good at processing.
If that's what you want to call it.
Did a T-Rex and an iguana have a very large baby? I never got the chance to heal her because it went right into a cutscene. Well, at least it sounds like she's fine. Yeah.
She's cool.
Oh no.
Make sure that you're at full health.
I'm missing 2 hit points. That's probably fine.
Close enough.
Ellie. Splat.
Splat. Oh, too much drool.
All right then.
He needs a towel or something.
You all right? Just face down in the dirt. How you doing? All right then. Oh. That's not encouraging. That's not encouraging.
This is fine.
Let's try one of these then. Nope. that was not correct. I think I can attack one more time and then heal. Unless this is a fight that I'm not even supposed to win, which is seeming increasingly likely. Oh, can I not use the jerkies in battle? It's just the Aqua Souls?
Correct.
Okay. Well. I hope this guy has like very little hit points, because otherwise, I'm in trouble. How's it going, Carnage? Haha, cutscene! Faye! It's the land crab.
Got you this.
Hey, I've been searching for you. Here you go. The robot that gave you all the trauma and stuff. Hop in. Hold on a second. Tell me I can use it as one thing. Deli, damn it. I got a favor to ask. I'll defeat this monster. But if it looks like I go out of control like last time, then shoot me. Faye, let us pray that that won't happen. This thing is not equipped with a gun.
But you got those propellers. Just land. It slices, it dices.
Alright. So, let's do some big kaiju damage now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm slowed.
No.
I'll take that, nerd. It doesn't hurt quite so bad when I'm in a robot.
Check your menus when it's your turn again. There's a way to use your combat skills in the gears. I just don't remember if you can do it yet or not.
Let's see. I can do guided shot in here.
Yeah, that's not it though.
Charge.
I don't think you can do it yet.
Booster. Special options.
Booster makes you go faster at the cost of automatically using fuel every turn.
People are saying you gotta start with triangle, triangle X. Yes, but he said that I can only get one attack.
They count as the one attack in gear mode.
Oh, so I do the combo here and it'll just work?
Something like that, yeah. It's been long since I played. I don't remember if the key inputs are exactly the same. Yeah. So triangle, triangle.
Oh, triangle, triangle.
Yep.
Why is it triangle, triangle?
Because the gear works a little bit differently. Some of the future moves require more than 2 button inputs.
But I couldn't do it that time.
Because you have to watch the attack level. Down in the lower left.
Attack level 1, so...
Yeah, so every turn you don't use a special move like that, your attack level will go up until it hits its cap.
Okay.
So, attack level 1, you can use anything off of triangle. Attack level 2, you can use anything off of square. Attack level 3, you can use anything off of X.
So I can combo every other turn?
Right now, yes.
Got it. We'll get 1 or 2 XPs from this. Level up. Just rip a scale off of him.
Well, he's done with it.
Hey, you alright? Have you gone crazy? Yeah, I guess I have. Fight with the Rancor was remarkable. Ordinary gear would not defeat that monster. You certainly kept yourself in good shape. Why'd you bring this here, Doc? This? You mean well tall?
Well, he's not 6 short.
He's gonna destroy our village. How'd you name it that? Look at him, he's well tall. Why'd you...
There'll be other jokes for well tall later. Don't worry.
Look, I'm told that this was inspired by Gundam and there's a tall geese, so why not be a Weltall? Who knows?
Kind of.
Why'd you bother bringing it here? I never get to see another gear again. Or I never want to see another gear again. I understand how you must feel. In order to protect yourself, you need a certain degree of strength. Even more since you're being pursued. I agree that a certain degree of strength is needed for self-defense. If it weren't for this gear here, Ellie and I'd be in that ranker's stomach right now. This power goes beyond what's necessary. Does one really need the power to destroy everything? I don't need that kind of power. I hate gears. Big Sam is later. Oh, hey, Big Sam. Faye, using power or being used by power. Is that not a problem with the heart? If humans do not use their power for wrong, then it can be a good thing. I believe such power can help us. In that respect, I know you'll be fine. It sure helped out this time. Am I right? I want to believe that. Something's holding me back. This gear. Well, whatever. At least Ellie is safe now. She seems to have come to. Oh, she popped up on her feet instantly. Just that. I am Satan, a friend of Faye's. You almost didn't make it. If Faye had not helped you, hate to think what might have happened. But I was not too pleased with the rashness in trying to take on that rancor with just his bare fists. Bare fists? Well, I'm glad that you're able to find a use for what I brought you. Let's just say we're borrowing what the Kislev army left behind. Oh. Thank you, Faye. This makes twice. Don't mention it. Let's put it on your tab. It's getting dark. Let's make camp now and start out early tomorrow. Both of you look tired, and I need to make some repairs on our friend here.
Wait, if we're running tabs, can I get a vodka tonic with lime, please?
I mean, if you can find the local packy in this forest, then you're more than welcome to.
Packy. What a nor'eastern thing to say.
It very much is. It's no use. The knee actuator and bypass circuit are both ruined.
He's gonna bust out the bodega.
The actuator can be fixed, but the circuit needs to be replaced. Having trouble sleeping there? Yeah. I imagine you would. You've had quite a day. This is the machine Faye used when the village was attacked. There's another machine left sitting on the outskirts of the village. Nil by her, Darsligis. Got him. Just as I thought. The missing pilot from the gear that made an emergency landing in Lahan. And the mysterious woman found wandering lost in the forest are actually one and the same person. Judging from your uniform, I'd also say you're with the military. Am I correct? How? Who are you? I've checked the ID tags of the soldiers who died in the attack on Lahan. The design on their tags and the design on your uniform is the same. Don't worry, they were given proper burials. But they might not have been too pleased to die in a foreign land. Yeah, maybe. Does Faye know about you? I don't think he's realized yet. Most likely. Faye knows nothing of the world outside of Lahan. I see. So how come? In any case, it's best if we don't pry into each other's pasts anymore. But let's just say what I know a little more about the world than most do. Anyway, Ellie, I have a favor I must beg of you to do.
That's putting it a certain way, Saitan.
Go straight ahead and you'll come to a road. Then just keep going. Could you please leave us while Faye is still asleep? Could you please and kindly, yeah, just leave forever? Unfortunate things keep happening around Faye. I'd like to protect him if possible. I don't want him caught up in any vain struggles. I'm also saying this for your benefit. Ellie, you do not belong here. Go back to your family. Nah, don't worry. I won't tell Faye what your true identity is. I'll just tell him that you went to meet up with your family. No, it's not that. I did something terrible to him. Yes. Yes, you did. So I want to apologize. Something terrible. They told me it was our fault your village was destroyed. Faye kept saying, if only they hadn't come. Then I called Faye a coward because he was trying to escape from the responsibility. And in fact, it was me who was trying to escape from taking the blame. If I haven't crash landed there, maybe they'd all still be living peacefully now. All those innocent people wouldn't have been caught up in this tragedy. But I accused Faye. You're a rarity. I did not expect your people would ever think like that. To your people, surface dwellers are nothing more than domesticated animals, are they not? The shepherds able to control over the surface-dwelling lambs, possessing the right to give life and death unto them as they see fit. Exactly, yet you seem to feel responsibility towards Faye and the villagers. Why is that? I don't know. At Juggand, I was taught that surface dwellers were stupid and base. Oh, that's based.
Different based.
That's why we have to control them. But upon meeting Faye, something about him made you feel differently? Yeah, he's no different than we are. In fact, he seemed more powerful. He possesses something we don't. He also risked his life to save me, twice. Most of your people would feel ashamed at receiving such an act. Yet you're grateful to Faye? Yeah, it's probably because of my father. He had an open mind for surface dwellers. My Danny was a surface dweller. No one knew about that. Knew that about her though. Besides, I'm the same as Faye. Same? No, nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I think I understand. Sorry. Just saying we shouldn't pry. It's my nature, you know. My wife says I'm too persistent and I talk too much. But personally, I don't think I talk too much. Probably best that you return home to your country. You really should not be here. I'll return to headquarters. But then what? You're worried? Yep. Worrying's natural. Even I used to worry once too, you know? Oh, Satan. I don't know. I pronounced his name like 5 different ways already, and I've not stuck to one. Oh. Anyway, let me handle what you tell Faye. You better go now. Satan. That's, I think, the majority of how I've pronounced it. Is Ellie gone yet?
Your girlfriend left.
Oh, so you were awake? Yeah, I woke up midway, so I only heard part of what you two were discussing. Ellie. So that's what she is? Faye, she is. I know. It's not Ellie's fault. What happened to the village is all my fault. Took out all my pent-up feelings on Ellie. I'm the one who should apologize. Hey, do not blame yourself. It's not your fault either. You're just trying to protect the village. Thanks, Scott. By the way, how's everyone from the village doing? Oh, I love how, like, she blamed him to feel better about herself, about him fighting back. And he, you know, blamed her for landing there, essentially, kind of, sort of. No one's blaming the people that were, like, actually shooting down and doing the fighting. No one's blamed them yet. I guess in a blanket way Faye did, but still. That's the one.
Details.
Don't worry, he was taking care of them. Told her to leave as soon, and take them all to a certain place. They should be safe for a while. You just worry about yourself for now. Okay, Doc. Now to think what we should check next. We should leave this forest and head for the desert town of Dazzle? We may learn what Ava and Kistev are up to. Not to mention getting some parts for Wurtal.
Best town theme in the game coming up.
The leader of Ava is not going to sit back and let another night's fiasco go by unpunished. I got another party member! So, do I hop in?
Nope, just leave it there. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well. Now we wander
Clearly,
about.
no one ever comes to this weirdly busy forest.
I guess not. It's the Death Star. What is that? I'd assume it's an aerial battleship from Ava. Aerial battleship? Never heard of Ava having anything like that. Of course, it does not come from Ava originally. Most likely it belongs to the Gebler Fortune Station in Ava. Gebler. Special forces from the Sacred Empire of Solaris, known as Gebler. I'm sure you've heard something about them. They're an organization providing large-scale military aid to the Kingdom of Ave. They showed up in Ignis several months ago. Until then, Ave was being routed by Kislev. With Gebler's help, they managed to regain half their losses. They're now expanding their territory and gathering resources buried in the ruins. I've heard the village elders talk about it. Is Ellie part of that? Quite possibly so. Their group has superior technology and power. I'm sure they're here solely to get the resources in the ruins. I'm surprised they're using something as powerful as that ship. Must be to suppress the recent border skirmishes. So they're fighting the Kislev Empire? Yes, it seems they've found new ruins on the northern edge of Ave. Those ruins are under a 500-year-old temple. 3 weeks ago, Kislev took over those ruins. Most likely they're fighting over that. Alright. And away we go. I thought going forward was surefire, but there's...
Where we go? Do 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 do.
Alright. Just casually hop on through. Is it gonna make me enter it at a specific side?
Yes. Also, save is not a bad idea.
Save is probably not a bad idea. Land shark!
Only Dolphin Man.
Let's see.
Same combo for him.
Yeah, just triangle, 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 or triangle X?
Triangle X.
Fish. Ow. Well, I say ow, but he's got like 50 billion hit points, so.
Yeah, he's thick.
He's a scientist that wears glasses. I'm not used to them being able to take a hit.
You'll understand why later. No, I'm sure that's super surprising to hear.
Yes.
He's not what he appears to be. What?
You've only said that about 12 times to various different things. Just like, you'll find out about that later.
They didn't even try to keep it subtle.
Well, I had a name very, very briefly, and then it went away. I can't get into town! And I also didn't save it. But I'm just trying to get into town. Oh, way to miss. Alright. I'll break these sand sharks, and then I'll save. And then I will try my darndest just to get into town. When he attacks with that attack, it sounds like he's yelling, "Sod it!" Alright. Now we're gonna save.
Yeah, with getting fights that close to the wall, you may just have to back up and reapproach it.
I had it briefly, like, there. Dazzle! Okay, we're in! We made it!
Best theme song in the game. Let's go.
This is a Dazzle. Yep. Desert town of Dazzle. Sounds lively. This is a center for all excavations in Ave. People come from all over Ignis to try to find the resources buried in the ruins around here. We should be able to find out what both Ave and Kislev are up to here. We also have to gather the things we need to repair Weltall. Repair Weltall? Yeah, we must exchange its broken parts to fixed while it's all. Otherwise, it will not be able to function at all. There's an ethos workshop in the southern part of this town. Let's go there. Yeah, okay, Doc. Let's check this place out then. Alright. This guy has just barricaded his house with gears. And just selling things. I want them all. Okay, so it does say what I can and can't use and what's good.
Correct.
Martial wear and fencing wear. Fencing wear is slightly better, it looks like. Fencing cap is good. Power ring seems pretty good, but we're pretty broke.
Yeah, early money in this game is rough.
So if I wanted to equip everybody with the best stuff, I would have to spend...
It tends pretty good on his own for now. If you're going to buy stuff, just buy it for Faye.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, well, the only extra thing I'd have to buy is an extra fencing cap, because he doesn't have one, but... this would improve defense by 3 for him.
Which is honestly pretty good.
Well, why did it, like... Oh, I gotta... Okay.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can sell the jerky too.
We do have a lot of jerky. Sells for 5, it looks like.
Scales should be sellable. I think they're just money.
Let's see. Do that.
What's up, hon?
That's a lot of money. Well, I'm going to assume it's just money because it's a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh, because I mean, you heard Lee Bun. He's worth a lot of money.
So you want
He already
Piper to be
actually
divorced?
He already actually he's divorced. It's fine. Look, Scale would understand, and if I share half of it with him, he'd be fine with it.
Fencing wear. Fencing cap.
Yeah, and then he can just sell the old gear.
Equipment. No, I don't want to sell what he's wearing.
Sell items. They'll be in your general inventory now.
You sure about that?
I thought they were.
Are they weapons?
Accessories, maybe?
No, it's in accessories.
Oh, that's so weird.
That is so weird. Okay. We've learned a valuable lesson, and that lesson is that this game is confusing sometimes.
It has been a while since I played. I forgot about that part.
Okay, this looks like another shop of some variety.
There are some little side things you can do in town here.
Let's see, what do you have? Aqua Soul, Rose Soul, Physisol, Ment Soul, and Survival Tent Soul.
Soulvival tent.
Soulvival Tent. Okay. You didn't block access to your door, so I feel like I am obligated to go into this one. But a rumor that because of army attacked a nearby village. Is it true? Yes. Lots of adults come to dig up the ruins. They all come riding on big gears. Nailed it. Lucky Avenue, a relaxing bar. Alright. This guy just sitting on a barrel. Can't talk to him. Workshop admin. Hey, I haven't seen you around here before. Don't think that if you cause trouble, you'll get away with it. We're having army guards, remember that. Okay, jeez, calm down. I have to act to Ethos headquarters to send a mechanic that can repair army gears.
Does that have a guard? He looks like a, Tusken Raider. It's all fine.
Just a little bit. We're out of gear parts in the warehouse. I'm gonna have to order more from the Ethos headquarters. That seems problematic for us. If requests for repairs keep coming at this pace, we won't be able to keep up. Should ask the Ethos headquarters to expand this workshop. They're really harping on those Ethos headquarters. I think we're gonna have to go to the Ethos headquarters.
That's just crazy dog.
It does seem that way. Also, this tent is large and extravagant.
Oh, yeah.
And cutscene worthy. Oh, look at those robots' fingies.
Existence is pain. Burp.
Wow. This is the Ethos Workshop, huh, Doc? Yeah, the Ethos Workshops are the only places that officially repair gears. Let's even get these parts we need to fix Waltall here. As they say, time is money, so we should do whatever we can as soon as we are able to. Bep. How can we help you? I'm sorry to bother you. Our gear's broken down, so I'd like to buy some parts to fix it. Tough luck, huh? Can you tell me what parts you're after? Yeah, we're hoping to replace an X-29 model injection bypass circuit. X-29 model injection circuit? It's only used in the latest military models. We don't keep these kind of parts in stock here. You only get such special parts by placing an order at the Ethos headquarters.
Damn it.
Only for the repair for civilian gears. I see. Sorry to have bothered you. Sorry that we can't help you. Well, dang.
An attempt was made.
Please don't touch it. It's being repaired.
What about Amazon? Welcome in, Quint.
How's it going, Quint? Hold on. I'm not to touch it. They're doing repairs.
Touch it.
I mean, I'm touching it as much as I can.
Touch it more. Thank you. I'm better now.
Okay. I was stuck. Time for me to leave. I do believe so, Bunny. Welcome, Quint Games. How's it going? It's of course Faye.
Oh, is it?
Oh. What do you want to talk to me about? Well, Doc, it's about the Weltall. Can't find the parts we need, so is it alright if we just don't fix it? Just, leave it in the forest forever? Don't repair it. What's the problem, Faye? Well, we've been able to come as far as Dazzle on our own. Doesn't that show that we don't need Weltall as much as we thought? So I've been thinking that once things cool down, I just want to go back to Lahan and help rebuild. Well, I feel like I can do now. I see. If that's what you want, Faye, then fine. I think we should try to move Weltar as far away from there as possible. Move it away? I need to do that, Doc. It's only my speculation, but I suspect the incident that evening occurred because the Gebler Special Force stole a Kislev military gear. Special Force? You mean Helly's group? Exactly. When I examined the broken gear in the village, I realized that the Gebler pilot was riding a Kislev gear. Must have had some new technology involved in it for the Kislev army to send pursuit forces after it. New technology? I suspect that the Gebler force was out to steal a new experimental gear. Sure news of the Special Forces' failures has reached the capital. They'll be investigating the Lahan area to recover whatever parts of the new gear they can find. Hold on, Doc. Will the Kislev army still be in Lahan too? Most probably. Most probably. And in that case, there will be a conflict between Effa's inspection team and Kislev's pursuit troops. They find where we've hidden Weltall. The armies will fight over who gets Weltall, and right near Lahan too. So to avoid any problems, we should move Weltar somewhere else right away. We can't fix it in order to move it. Right, but staying here will solve nothing. Fortunately, this is the center of all excavation work in the country. There's bound to be some information on where we can find parts. Anyway, the fear is often worse than the danger itself. Shouldn't let fears hold us back. Alright then. Thanks again for the VOD. No problem. Our pleasure. Okay, so now we're just on the lookout for, I guess, information. This is the waterworks. All of Dazzle's water comes from this pump.
Oh, everyone comes here to cry.
Water is needed for the maintenance of the gears. So our waterworks was built to provide a steady supply of water for the workshop. And since people come here to repair their gears, it means their gears are broken, which means they're sad, which means that they have water. So
All the tears.
yeah. And it all works out. There's a story floating around that the kids of Armory is looking for buried gear. Careful if you go digging in the ruins. Alright, that looks like the exit of town. So I imagine if you want information on a place, you go into the bar.
I mean, this was 90 square, so.
Yeah, we did it! Who would have thought it? I didn't think it'd go so well. Sneaking into the night. Flow of the evacuation of RV. Steal the treasure! We did it! Aha, we did it! Who'd have thought it? Okay, they're just repeating now. They're really happy though. Sure, the noise.
And how? Good lord. Hi, Miu. Bye, Miu.
Hi, bye.
You.
Well, a place like this, you'd expect this kind of atmosphere. Yeah, but even so. Shut up! Oh, this guy's important. He's got a portrait. Why are y'all yapping when Big Joe is here trying to drink in peace? Oh, first I was here, and then I died, but now Joe's here. Can't y'all shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't care if you're Big Joe or Big Schmo.
Oh, look, Big Sam.
You don't mess with me. Yeah, you should talk big. Can you dig for treasure as good as you talk? What's that you say? You're so tough. Anyway, I'm always looking for junk laying around. Why don't you do something more productive for once? If you ask me, you're a big ho. That's some big 90s language.
Hold on, I'm gonna need some popcorn. This guy's about to need a trauma ward.
Hey, stop it. This guy's trouble. He's looking wild. Ah, shut up. Just shut your trap. That's right. Run home to mama, little boys. Whoop. Damn you. You'll keep. You'll keep? You'll keep. Cowardly little punks. Wow, this man sure likes to make his presence felt. And that's not Joe, it's Jimmy. I don't know. There's small resemblances to Joe. You drink it too? Booze is my life companion.
I am now.
Especially in a sucky world like this. Everyone's searching for dough and dynamite. How unromantic.
Sometimes at the same time.
10 gil a night. Want to stay? You know what? Sure, why not?
Full recover. $10 is cheap. Now, this is going to come as a giant surprise. But we'll see Joe again.
Are you telling me that a random character with unique
The
sprite
portrait
art
like
and a
that,
portrait?
Bizarre, right? I know.
Me? What am I doing here? Whatever I please, I guess. Oh, fair enough.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yep. Menu: Bladevik beer, ale, hob jerky, and cheese plate. Well, we got plenty of hob jerky to go around.
Ooh, order me a cheese plate.
One cheese plate coming up. Oh. I want to go up this ladder. Oh, I can go up the ladder. The ladder leads to nowhere. This is the ladder to disappointment. Battle with Kislev the other day in the desert ended in a complete victory for us. We need the army because they get generators from the gears found in the ruins. We'll never give this town or our ruins to Kislev. A plate made of cheese? Yes. This is a sand buggy. That's it, Faye. I've thought of a good way to get the parts we need for Weltall. First, we gotta find out who will rent us this buggy. Sand buggy. Sand buggy's a special car made for the desert. Its tires don't sink to the sand, so it's a must-have for long trips into the desert. So then, Doc, what do you plan on doing with this sand buggy? Well, leave it to me. You just wait and see. Alright. Find the person who will rent us this buggy. Is it you? I'm gonna fix. The generator sensor is broken. It's the only thing that can sense buried gear generators. Not that I'm ruined. I get it. Is it you? This is Kepler Force's game of as hard as they ever lost at Kislev. Notice the Ethos would give us some new powerful gears. Ethos? What do gears have to do with Ethos? Only the Ethos has technology to maintain generator-driven gear. The Ethos decides which gear gets which generator in which country. Okay. Well, what happened with the land crab? It's an excellent question. Ethos Lab. That's a Minecraft thing, Scott. It's different. Civilian worker gears have no chance against military worker gears in excavating. Even if we had a military gear, we wouldn't be able to operate it. Never saw you before. You want to rent out a sand buggy too, eh? Yep, that's right. Do you have any we can rent right now? Of course. Keys are in the ignition. You can take it now. Good security. Well then, if I may. Faye, I'm going to go to the desert and search for parts for Weltall. Going to the desert? Doc, you got to excavate some ruins or something?
Maybe. Also, came back with my own cheese.
Excellent. The Kislev and Ava armies are confronting each other in the desert all the time. There's talk that their forces often break into battle over the ruins. What does that have to do with that gear? If I search the battlefields for the wrecks of such army gear, should be able to find the parts we need. Besides, Weltall's a Kislev gear, so we need parts from Kislev gears. But, Faye, you're such a warrior. Things have a way of working out. Stop worrying about it. You don't need to worry so much. Go kill some time at the bar until I get back. Doc. Just want me to hang out with Big Joe.
Hell yeah.
Well, why you let him go out there all alone? Lots of fights break out in the desert. It's a real dangerous place.
He can handle himself.
Heard about a group of pirates riding around attacking people on a sand cruiser? You shouldn't let him go out there by himself. Provolone sounds Gouda right now for some reason. All these cheesy jokes.
How dare you?
Are you getting fed up with them? Do you find them grating?
What's a halloumi, man?
I thought they were pretty sharp. Snorlax is just no. Just live for that first drink after work. Oh, where's your friend? It's war of the desert. He just goes wandering off in there. If friends are important to you, then don't let them get away. Especially if it's a lady friend. You monster.
Eddie?
Oh, you just said the same thing. Oh. I can hit a menu mid-chat?
Surprise!
That one threw me. Just mashing buttons to get through it. The game is just like, what? You wanted to save? So am I supposed to just run after him on foot?
I don't actually remember. Give me one sec.
Oh, there's a couple other buildings I haven't checked yet. This is Eva Guard Station. This town is important because it's the base for excavating the ruins. The lead of our army is stationed here. I'm gonna check this door, then the other door. Can you menu in combat? No, because that button actively does something else there. This town is the center for all the gear excavating in Neva. They take generators out of excavated gear to make new models. Protecting this town is essential to beating Kislev. I left my family at home to come here. I want to finish my duty here and go home. The Army's Dazzle guard station. No civilians allowed. If you have no business here, please leave. Alright, fine. And then over here. Soon this area will be totally excavated. I'll have to find another place with buried treasure.
Yeah, when you're done in town, you chase after Satan.
Okay. Came here looking for fortune. All the good sites are controlled by the military. I have to go home a failure. What should I do? Go home a failure. Thought we've been over this. I wanted to try my luck at treasure hunting. Pretty successful. The reason I found a good partner. Even now he's looking at the map, analyzing our next step. I sure depend on my pal. Just to let him do all the work. Bunny with the visible chat shouting out to the VOD.
And just because Bunny didn't say it, remember to eat something today.
Okay. Well, we're out in the desert.
Head west.
I don't have a compass. Well, wait, I don't have a compass. I'm looking at the map. Don't.
I mean, you don't have a compass, but you have a vision.
Don't read too far into anything I've ever said in my entire life.
All right.
But particularly in like the last 30 seconds.
Gotcha. It's a very specific window, Lee. What are you trying to say?
What are they? Are they Xenogears? Just dune hopping? I'm worried about Doc.
That's what all the kids are doing these days.
Guess I might as well follow those gears. Or explode.
Dark.
I don't like it when they live. I also don't like it when they attack me.
You have more defense now, though.
I do. Yeah. Follow those gears. On foot. Through the desert. No, my ack is down.
Ack!
Hope you packed a sun hat. No, I've just packed that one strand of hair to cover my face.
It's doing a fantastic job. Whatever product you use, kudos, man.
Excellent!
Just do it, Lee. Farm some cash.
Do I farm cash, or does the cash farm me? What? To say you packed it implies it's detachable. Well, I mean, obviously.
Oh, it's detachable once.
How far is Doc gone? Now I'm lost out of the gears, too.
Perhaps running into a trackless desert on foot was not the best plan you've had today, sir.
Well, what's happening? This seems fine.
No, don't need that hat anymore. Attack of the Jello.
Am I going to be abducted?
No, but high chance of probing.
What the heck is that thing?
It's the gold saucer.
What's that unidentified object that's flying away?
Oh, that's Keith.
Different unit. They're going towards the direction the saucer went? Better follow them as not to lose sight of them. Run! Zach! You're not a sand shark.
Nope.
See, before I was defending myself, and now I'm committing murder. And these are Avug guards, which I didn't think I had a beef with until this instant.
It's fine. They're deserters or something. Yeah.
Yeah, this seems fine. Oh, I'll take your 2 Aquasols, though.
Yeah, you're gonna want those.
But yeah, real mixed feelings about just randomly attacking soldiers I thought I didn't have beef with. Ah! Now these guys are something that I can attack and not feel too bad about. Except for the fact that they don't die in one hit, and they get lots of damage.
You're so close to killing them in one shot too. That's the sad part.
I'm gonna have to heal,
Yeah, you are.
which sucks. I didn't want to have to mid-combat heal.
I wouldn't worry too much about a Quint. They are not endangered in any way, shape, or form. They're everywhere.
Do they have 100 hit points?
I think they're at like 102. You're not far from one rounding them. And remember, the jerky heals the same as Aquasols, but can only be used out of combat.
Yes.
Since you still have some, it's probably your best bet for now.
No.
And I think at level 10, I believe you get your next attack point.
Now these are just the Tusken Raiders, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Sandman.
Sand me as sand. Wait.
A bit under leveled. I hear that a lot. Never stops me. I like going linearly through games for several reasons. One, since I'm streaming it, it keeps the content moving. And I also like the increased difficulty of not being overly leveled for content.
I mean, you're also technically not, because like this game throws fights at you like they're candy.
Yeah, I know. But he was just saying that I was a bit under leveled, so I was just like, I'd rather be under leveled than over leveled.
Most people will spend a little bit of time grinding around Dazzle just to buy, like fully kit out. Which would probably have gotten you a level, so you'd be like hitting 10 while in here.
Meh. Does the desert ever end? It'll get dark soon. I better hurry up and... Oh, man. Found some bros just out here dirt biking.
God, why didn't I rent a bike?
What's going on here? Gears, a flying saucer? Now these guys? Well, Doc's
Not
all right.
motocross?
Yeah. Ah! Sorry about that. Just let me borrow this for a while.
I'll take care of it for you.
I'll just leave you stranded in the desert at night. Bye!
Look for the cactus.
Hey, wait! I'm the hero?
That has not been established.
Question mark? Oh man, we are hitting some sweet jumps though, so it was all worth it.
Oh yeah.
Just blasting through the dunes, just looking for something in particular, and then nothing at all, because now we're gone. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Exterminate.
Alright, time to show him the old uppercut.
None of this is okay.
What's with you guys? Aren't you overreacting a little for just stealing a motorcycle? And killing those 2 other guards a while back? Oh. Huh.
Welcome in, Lurker.
That looks familiar. How's it going, Lurker? Hey, I was looking everywhere for you. Doc, you alright? Yeah, of course. Looks like we do not have time to chat. Hey, hurry! Hurry and do what? I can't use Weltall very well. Only you can use its full potential. Hurry up and get on board.
Yeah, the full potential. Where you nuked a village.
Alright. Look, we're in the middle of a desert. There's no village out here. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Glass to place.
Alright. Attack level 0, so we just want to do the big attack here.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, wow. 29 damage! How dare you. How could you do this to me? Why can't they both be inside? It's probably a tight fit.
Essentially, tiny. That's exactly what Simon's doing.
Well, do we want any spare parts?
I mean, always.
Level up. Senryetsu learned. Inner healing learned. Different RPG fanfare learned.
Clem Hazard learned.
Oh, what was his name? Nimbus. I forget what the
Shit.
Nimbus Ordeal.
Nimbus Ordeal.
Yeah,
Thank
there you go. I don't know
James.
how, but I beat him. Also, yeah, how's it going, James? Ha 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 ha. What the?
Well,
Suspicious pillar. With suspicious moon. Behind suspicious robot. Piloted by suspicious person. Your hot-blooded desire for battle has not been tamed, I see.
oh, that portrait art, though.
Right. I know you. You killed her.
I hate it when my face goes transparent.
You too? Cross?
No. It wasn't. Not me. You coward. It was you.
Things are happening. You're the one from Lahan. Here we go again.
Technically, so are you.
Satan, I think you might be in the blast radius. You might want to back up. My
Hello,
name
Graf.
is Graf. The Seeker of Power. Certainly showed how much power you had back there in Lahan, didn't you, Faye? How much power I had? What are you talking about? The
Hey,
greater
how do you know who I am?
Greater power is what I needed to fulfill my mission. I sent those gears into that land as a catalyst to awaken the power in you. To make contact with you. The catalyst? You mean you cause that intentionally? That's right. The death of your loved ones. And you powerless against it happening. The grief, the screams from your heart born out of the tragedy. There, that was the catalyst for you triggering your power.
No, not only did he cause it, you were the target.
You mean you attacked my village just to get me in that gear? Why? Why did the villagers have to die? I just... Well, you're not listening. I just told you. Who cares why? It doesn't matter how many of them died. They were wretched vermin, only living from day to day without ever fulfilling their prescribed destinies. Have you forgotten? You were the one who destroyed the village. I didn't lift a finger. No, I was just trying to save the village and its people. Never intended to destroy it. Is that really so? Surely you've heard it. It's the very essence of you, the voice of desire from within you that craves destruction. Just shut up! Even if that were true, that's still on. Aren't you still the one that caused it? If you hadn't come, the village wouldn't have suffered the way it did.
Also, before you continue, can you imagine how much flatulence Titan has for his church be doing that right now?
Well, it's a breezy desert. That's his excuse
You,
anyway.
what did you cook?
This used to be a lush grassland.
Geneva cult.
So now you resort to blame, I see. Sounds like something you would say. That's good. Your basic nature remains unchanged. Crap. You said you need my power? What are you intending to do with it? You know very well. It is to destroy Mother God. Destroy God? Yeah, we'll destroy God. That's our purpose. It is our destiny. This is how you know it was a Square Enix game from the 90s. Because that's...
Destiny?
No, it's just destroy God is, like, the essential plot to, like, every Square Enix game in the 90s.
Yeah, it was a little bit overused back then.
Don't be ridiculous. I won't get involved in such a thing. If you want to destroy your God or whatever it is you're on about, do it by yourself. Destroy Scott? I thought Scott was Mama. You resemble your father. My father? You mean my dad? You know my father? Yeah.
It's my dad!
It's the exact same thing we just said. That was a most delightful scream. I was enthralled by it. Nothing is more beautiful than a scream of death. What'd you do to my father? What happened between you two? Do you really wish to know? There's no use in you knowing it now. What? Your power is still beneath that needed for my purposes. Anything unusable must be tried until it becomes suitable. What? What the hell is that? What will you do, Faye? If you die here, then so be it. You may indeed gain some happiness from not knowing, but surely that's not what you truly want. You want to know the truth, and that is what you want, isn't it, Faye? And this is what to do. You must show me that you have attained the level of strength I require. To do that, you must destroy others by using your own strength. Then you will gain all that is lost in exchange for the scream of death. Ha 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 ha. Wait, we're not finished talking yet. I think we're finished talking. My father? You mean my dad? My papa? Daddy? Poppy? Dada? Father dearest?
Well, this would be a good fight to find out what Booster does.
Oh god, I'm getting worm wiggled. Alright, well what did it
With
do?
Booster on, your hastened ball is active.
Oh, okay. How long is it active for?
It uses 24 extra fuel each turn.
Oh, okay.
Your best bet in this fight is probably not do physical attacks. You're gonna want to use your chi bomb thing.
Okay. That worm just drank my fuel.
Mm-hmm. He'll do that a lot.
I do have a heal, which is nice.
It doesn't heal in the gear. It gets rid of some debuffs.
Okay. Kamehameha. 47 damage. Counter slurp absorbs fuel. Ugh.
Feels like it's fuel. Yep, and just repeat until dead.
I would appreciate it if you would stop taking all of my fuel, please.
He takes fuel every time he gets damaged. This is just a race to the bottom of the tank, essentially.
Oh, I would still appreciate it if he would then just die.
You're getting there. Two more should do it.
Thing's just slurping on diesel over here. I don't know why, but I presume this is diesel powered.
It is now.
The regular attacks only do 1 HP. It did seem that way. Hooray! Victory!
God, it's almost like I knew how many hit points this guy had. It's weird.
Good job, James. Obtained eyeball.
I see what they did there.
Oh. Oh, that was corny.
But can it attach to a bladder? Wait, wrong game.
Possibly. Faye? Yeah, fine. Gear seems to be broken, though. Glad you're unharmed. Gear had only temporary repairs made on it. They're not made to survive an outright battle like that. Faye? Oh no, they have military. Not now. Faye, I think we should remain calm. Huh? Faye, you're remaining too calm. Stop remaining calm. Go nuts.
A little bit less calm.
Bunny, whose eyeball? Excellent question. Look, we only fought some of your military.
Nice well, James. We'll catch you later, man.
Take it easy. Look, we got a free ride across the desert. What a great time. Oh, and a save place in this very tiny room. And a cutscene.
No, this is all fine.
Let us join together.
Are you coming on to me?
I never thought we'd meet again like this. It must be fate. How ironic. But I'll never let you have him. Even if it kills me.
I think it killed him. How are you, Faye? Did you sleep well? Huh? Sort of. Sorry I messed up. I was careless. Here's a top-secret experimental model from Kislev. It's only natural that Eva would also be madly searching for it. Faye, are you hurt? You don't look so well. Well, I suppose you could say I was hurt. Emotionally. Man in Black, I spoke of your father's fate. Is that what's wrong? There's that too, but it's the other stuff he said. Now, I mean, I've only been playing this game for almost 3 hours now. There's so much just like unique sprite animation in this game that I really appreciate. Like just him leaning up against the wall. They didn't have to do that. But I liked it. It's a good job. I appreciate good sprite art. What happened at Lahan? They all planned to get me to ride that gear, or so he claimed. So it got me worried. Well, save the game. Intense save.
Bring.
Okay. Well, let's get you to ride in that gear. Doc, before the village was destroyed, I lived without doubting myself. But it's different now. All I do is doubt myself. I don't know who I am. Never felt like this before.
For the first time in forever.
Just gotta keep talking to you. Well, we can't do anything as long as we're prisoners, even if we wanted to. Let's rest a little. Maybe it'll sort your feelings out a little. You know, a good idea. I'm gonna just take a nap. It was him, no mistake. That was no coincidence. Could it be that we are approaching the time of the gospel? Yes, certainly. Yes, the gospel. We are the people expelled from the paradise and forced to live on the cruel surface of the earth. We who fill this land will once again return to the presence of God in paradise and live there eternally. That is the time of the gospel. That time is at hand. We, the gazelle, must find God's resting place by then and resurrect him. That is our final prayer. Okay. So, I feel like these two things can't happen at once. These guys want to resurrect God, and the other guy wants to kill God. So is he like Schrodinger's God? Is he both dead and alive simultaneously? I have questions.
I will not confirm, but you're not right. You're not right or wrong.
Interesting. Okay.
There's some fucking going on.
Schrodinger's God. Got it. Our final prayer? Our final prayer to escape the fate that was determined by the Genesis. Majesty, is this the end? I like
I will
how...
be curious to hear your thoughts as the story progresses and you start formulating things, though.
Formulating things.
Yeah, because I guarantee, and until we get into like partway into disc 2, you're not going to get it right.
Well,
but I am curious to see what you think until we get there.
You also have to realize, just I push buttons, head empty, play game. I will not like have a cohesive thought throughout this entire run, so I'll try my best. But
I mean, that's fine. I play games all the time.
Just as the report said, Nava transport. Look at what we got on top. You just know pudding is good. Pudding is good. No mistaking it. That's a new Kislev model. It's gotta be the stolen gear everyone's after. This guy's got a unique sprite and a unique face.
And an eye patch.
Oh. Oh, hold on. I got you covered. We just got an eyeball. We can fix it.
Make trade?
Whatever the case, there's no way we're going to let that Shakan guy have it. It's like a really, really deadly game of capture the flag.
I mean, kind of.
Gunner. Turret A, Anton, and Turret B, Belta can initiate their extra parameters 20 seconds after opening the hatches. Franz, get your brother Hans. I don't hear anything other than the flowing sound of the sand. No suspicious radar activity detected. Marcelilis.
I say.
My Trias units are on standby at the catapults. They'll all be able to launch 1 minute after we resurface. Good, let's do it. ButtCon level 1. This game has so many plot twists, you'll say what all the time. I mean, I do it anyway. Oh, this guy is very well dressed. Young master, what is happening? What's the alarm all about? Not again, young master. Hold on a second. Oh, they're missing the other eye. Together, they make one set of, depth perception. Battle stations, everyone. Surface navigation. Begin operating the sand pump. Prepare to fire starboard cannons upon surfacing. Young master. Young master. Trim to the right. The wind is strong up there. We may be blown off balance. Jericho, hand the helm over to me. Look, what is that? It's sand.
As far as the eye can see.
A sand cruiser. Must be those desert pirates. I knew they were pirates because the eye patches and the pirate ship steering wheel, which makes no sense on a sand submarine.
Look, atmosphere is important.
A sand marine, correct.
He's piloting single file to disguise his number.
It just turns out it was a single file line of 1. Alternate firing between A, Anton, and B, Belta. Calculating adjustments. Aw, yeah. Switch modes over to salvos after the initial shots. Let's slow them down. Get ready to give them a spanking they won't forget.
Giggity.
Young master, please wait. It may just be a requisition ship, not a warship. Let me handle this. Whether it's a warship or not, it's carrying a new gear. Gunner, let him have it.
Back to the maintenance closet, Jeeves.
Uh-oh. oh, we're tipping a little bit. Judging by the angle, it seems that a gun blast has made a hole in the hull. We'll probably sink within minutes.
No, this seems fine.
Few minutes, Doc? It's locked. Somebody free us! Arg. Well, door opened. Let's get out of here, Doc. Oh god, we gotta fight the sand? Ick. There's a switch somewhere, he said. Oh, but there's treasure here. That's more important than any switch. A survival tent. Let's camp out right here.
Tell ghost stories. I'm pretty sure there's hair.
No, it's too late. Aww. That was rude. Alright, so I think we gotta go down this way somewhere. Oh, more treasure. Received Rosenall. Oh, the sand's getting deep over here. Come on, get out the door. Well, down we go. This seems like a terrible idea to go down in a sinking ship, but, you know.
Sorry, Captain.
Yeah.
Captain, everybody else left. You've been promoted. Good luck.
Okay, so we can go up there, but it doesn't look like there's anything up there, so we can go up this way. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Treasure! Oh! It was a mimic the whole time! Oh, that's a lot of people. Oops.
Yeah, that's a couple.
No. Thought I pressed the wrong button, but then I didn't.
I love how he looked back for a second and then died.
He's like, guys? When do we get the AoE attacks? Oh.
Sorry, what?
Well, they got the AoE attacks. Got it. That's a lot of mimics.
You did learn a new move for Faye. I believe it's Triangle Triangle X is the one you got.
Triangle Triangle X?
For Faye. Saiten still needs to learn the Triangle X.
Okay. That's him. There goes.
The other new one for Faye that you can learn is Square X.
So Triangle Triangle X, you said?
Yep, that should be the one that you know.
Even though I only have 4 doodads, will that be enough?
Saiten only has 4. Faye has 5.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is still in.
Lurk, I'm going over it as it comes up. I'm kind of
Yeah.
as he hits the AP thresholds. I'll let him know what the new combos are.
Ah, like that one. Ukigamo.
Bless you.
And I got a leather hat.
Hey, nice hat.
I'm trying to stay fashion forward. And a leather vest to go with it. Jump for
Fancy.
joy.
And maybe jump for heal too.
But I got such a nice amount of hit points. Come on.
Well, that is true. You're also exactly 50 down, which is weirdly what Jerky heals.
Leather hat and leather vest is much better than fencing wear. Holy cow. Okay. Hold on. Then we're gonna go. Oh, jeez. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. But now that I have that extra fencing cap, again, I just need to do that. Take off your glasses and put on a... Oh, actually. That's actually not just an upgrade. It'd ruin his hit percentage to get more defense. Is that worth it?
Knowing what's coming up, yes, it's worth it.
Alright then.
You're not swimming in healing items right now. The defense will be super useful.
Oh, look, everyone will have a piece of jerky.
I do like jerky.
I very much like jerky.
I don't remember what ether moves Satan starts with. Might be worth checking out.
I will check it out. Oh, this is a save point.
I remember, when you're on foot, the other move that Faye got is a heal. I think it might be only for him. I don't remember for sure if that one's targetable or not.
I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. Okay, in the cargo hold. Lots of sand coming out of there. That's probably fine. Can we... Well, I can jump up a little bit, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. But over here, there's a fight. Snortlax says inner healing is not targetable. Which makes sense, because it's, it's inner.
Yeah, it checks out.
Well, let's see what the new attack is here. How did he learn to do all of that from what he was doing before? That seems like a lot of extra steps.
Whee!
No, so...
It does.
There we go. Again with this one, a lot of extra footwork that I feel like wasn't present previously. Oh god, fire!
And yeah, the new one for Faye that you can still learn is Square X.
Okay.
Oh, I just think it's so much crazier down the line.
How's it going, Young Tusk? Rosenthal.
Once you get into the 7-pointers, they actually start coming with elemental affinities.
Oh boy. Okay, so jump up there, and then... Oh, we can just go under here.
Yeah, you can just walk through.
I'm trying to be all clever, and the game's just like, no, you dummy, just walk.
No such luck on the surface bun. They're the classic earth, fire, wind, water. But some of the water moves do go cold.
So we want to do this to learn a new thing. I just blocked that bullet like it was nothing. But the fire is still unpleasant. And then over here. Oh, I missed. Do I get credit for learning a thing if any of the attacks miss?
Yes.
Okay.
The progress is just based on the inputs. Necessarily.
Oh, that fire. If the fire hits, I might be in trouble. Okay, we're fine. Finish fight, please.
Saitan might have a heal.
He might, but I'm pretty sure this fight's over. And I'll just heal with Jerky afterwards.
That's fair. But Saitan also has a lot of ether points, I believe. If he does have a heal, it might be better to use that. Yeah, he's got 42. Like I said before, though, I don't remember what moves he comes with.
Can I cast out of combat?
Some of them, yes.
Oh, there's inner healing. Restores HP. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. It's like nothing bad ever happened.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. There's another ladder over here.
Yeah, there's no chests here. There was actually a chest we missed in the previous area. But it's really hard to get to, and I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Nah. Doc, where'd you go, Doc? Hey, can you hear me? I'm moving the crane towards Weltall's cockpit. Hurry, go up to the crane to the Weltall. We're going under fast. Got you, Doc. When you're done, you hurry up there too, okay? Isn't our mech still broken? Like, oh. There's like a wall there. Oh, and there's like a wall there. Then there's like a wall there. It's almost like they're making me zigzag.
Mm-hmm. And this, you can actually fail this part.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Where do we go from here?
Jump up, I think.
Oh, just it cutscenes. Okay. Climb down the rope. Here we go again. You and I seem to have a fated relationship. For a broken suit, this seems to be moving just fine. Come on, Doc, over here. Hurry up. Woo! Whoops. You okay, Doc? Yeah. Well, Dr. Saite and Azuki, feels like you've sacked your Sacules and tickled your Ultracles enough for one lifetime.
Bless you.
What is he? I know I didn't pronounce this correctly, but it's funnier that way. Bunny's over here bonking Saitan. Sorry about that, Doc. Didn't have time to open up the cockpit. You really okay, Doc? Yeah, I was only joking. Running on the hand's not so bad. You can see what is so good about the top secret experimental Kislev machine. Yeah, when I started it up, it became doing all kinds of stuff by itself. The environmental response system and weight reduction hovering kicked in straight away, automatically. Really? Amazing. Save yourselves, but leave your friends to sink in a sea of sand. Don't you believe in comradeship? They ain't our comrades.
They're not our friends.
It's not very manly of you two to leave your platoon to die while you run away in a gear, you know?
Are you familiar with the concept of prisoners?
I don't think he's familiar with a lot of concepts.
That's fair.
Wait one moment, we're not of us soldiers. Can't you make a better plea for your life? Come jumping out of an Ava ship, claim that you're not of us soldiers? Stop trying to fool me. I tell you, it's true. How pathetic are you? Even if you're the pettiest of soldiers, how about showing a little spine? Put up a decent fight. Stop it, I'm telling you, I'm no soldier. I don't want to fight. Nauseating. Why don't you stop grumbling? Leave the gear and run away. Ow.
No, not the robo whips.
For someone who doesn't want to fight, you're quite powerful. I see, an all-environment model. So that's it, huh? Now I want it even more. He did exactly no damage with his attack.
Wild Smile itself isn't an attack. Oh, the one from the cutscene?
Yeah, the cutscene one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
My camera's damaged.
Yep.
I don't know where he is anymore.
Don't worry about Booster in this fight. This won't take very long. Just X when you're at 0, and the Senretsu will have a command now. It's still linked off of a triangle.
Oh, okay. So is it just like triangle, triangle?
It should be triangle square, I think.
Yep. Repu!
Yeah, and that'll just beat his ass.
Ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, that didn't seem to do that much that time. Stop whipping me. Ah, God, it hurts.
This is what you paid for.
No, I don't want it. Mama told me about people like you. Huh?
Yeah, I figured that'd do it.
Oh no! It's not good. In the heat of battle, I go get caught in quicksand. Darn me of all people. Doesn't seem that quick. It's moderate sand at best.
Fair.
Damn, it's all your fault. Boy, are you gonna get it later, so be darn ready. Why? How's it going, Everfish?
They have spent the first 3 hours of this game just confused.
Yeah. A lot going on, and you're just like, huh. Alright. Hey, come down here now. I'm not gonna kill you. All I want is for you to leave this gear. What? Huh? Hey. You're not an Hava soldier? I told you that in my intercom transmission earlier. You're the one who refused to listen to me, right? Sorry. Yeah, I remember you were saying something like that. I went off half-cocked and thought you were the enemy. My name's Bart. Of course your name is Bart. Pirate named Bart. I'm the pirate who works in this territory. My name's Faye. I was arrested for no apparent reason, shoved into the Hava transport ship. It was nearly going to be sent to the concentration camp until you went and blew that thing to blazes. Anyway, I'm just glad to be able to survive. I see. Well, I'm glad at least I helped you out a little. But don't expect a civilian like you to be riding in a military gear. Besides, this gear's a brand new model. Never seen this type before. Let's just say that a lot of things have happened. It's not like I wanted to pilot it. Where are we anyway? Looks like we fell into one weird place. Never heard of a huge stalactite cave such as this existing on the desert before. What? You don't know anything, do you? Where are you from? Desert only covers around 1,000 sharls of the outer layer of the earth. The stratum underneath that consists of an igneous rock. From a sea of trees to a sea of sand, and now a stalactite cave. What's next? What are you talking about?
He doesn't want to know what's next.
Nothing, never mind. We're in trouble. Look, the hole we fell through has disappeared. Better find some other way out. You want to call a truce from now? At least until we find an exit and get out of here? Agreed. I didn't have a problem with you in the first place. First, we gotta find the way out of here, so let's get going. I like how this guy is just like, we should call a truce until we get out. And Faye's just like, I have nothing against you. Leave me alone. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to drive up and die in that desert. Hey, you. I know you're a little tired, but don't go any further than there. Shut up. You sunk our ship. Don't you forget that. No, you shut up. Just be thankful that you were saved. Excuse me. Is anyone who is almost dead, with no arms or legs, or in need of abdominal operation? That is
We found Bunny.
oddly specific. No one?
No,
Well, that's depressing.
I'll be over here.
No one grievously injured? Sad. I see. So your young one's not just been shooting at anything and everything then, Sigurd. Yes, he actually calculated this attack. Or so he says. As you can see, no one's died this time either. And Sigurd, sir, the collection of goods and soldiers from the Ava transport is almost complete. Still can't locate the young master. General Maitria's platoon will scout around again. Okay, I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Since I'm part of the unit, I'll also excuse myself. Whee! So what happened to this young one you call Master? He fell into an underground cave with that other guy in a gear. It's near an old excavation site, and he's riding in a gear, so he'll probably be able to come up somehow. We'll probably try to find him for a while, and that doesn't work, we'll just wait for him at our meeting point. You seem to trust him a lot. Trust him? Yeah, I trust he'll get us into trouble. I never thought I'd meet you here. Hugh. Bum, bum, bum. It's not coincidence. It's an inevitable...
Dun, dun, dun.
It's not a coincidence. It's an inevitable consequence. I assume. Yeah, I just need, like, a repeating gif of, the freaking dramatic chipmunk.
Dramatic hamster.
Dramatic
Yeah.
hamster. Dramatic. I couldn't think of the right animal. Dramatic echidna.
No.
Hyuga, you saying something is about to happen? You've got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it? I think we're inside the jar of dirt currently.
Faye and Bart, they're inside the jar of dirt.
Surprise, Pikachu. That's slightly different. It's not dramatic. Oh, we're actually just in the mechs.
We'll be in the gears for most of this dungeon, I guess.
Look at this low-level Bart. What are those hit points? You expected to beat me. So I imagine fuel consumption is actually more of a concern now.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you can still get it back, and you'll start getting items where that they can repair the gears and whatnot.
And whatnot.
Yeah, because the gears have their own equipment and everything too,
Okay.
along with just base engines and chassis and such that you can upgrade later.
Hey, Faye. My sensors are responding to something. There appears to be quite a large cavern on the other side of here. If we can get rid of this rock, I don't think it's possible. But you mentioned it, so I have to presume that it's possible. Oh, Bunny saw a chest somewhere.
There's a fair bit of stuff in here.
Charging. It's not charging anymore. Charging. Bart.
Look, he tried, okay?
You deserved all of that. Does it take any extra fuel to do fancy attacks? It probably does.
Yes, it does.
And I know it died in 1x, so I'm just gonna do that then.
Yeah, just X.
Like, if I have to think about fuel, then can't just go nuts. Hey Bart, nice of you to level up. Why does Faye keep losing party members? It's a good point. Okay. So where was that giant rock? I've already lost my orientation despite the fact that I have a compass. Is that the rock? No. Is that jump up? That's where I started. Great. Good job,
Yeah.
me.
Essentially want to go south from here.
Yeah, I am south. Here's the rock. Hey, this is huge. What can we do with this? Doubt you could break it. I guess we could try pushing it. Wait, no matter how you look at it. Need a little help?
Get up here and help, you idiot.
What are you doing? Hurry up and help. Inch by inch, slowly but surely. Bleh. We can get by if we help each other. Let's keep it up so we can get out of here. Also treasure.
Mm-hmm.
But the hydroponic pipe for my knee joint's on the verge of breaking down. It's all because of that fall from the ceiling, followed by pushing this mega colossal boulder. Won't be funny if my gear malfunctions in a huge cavern like this. Your friends won't come and help us? It'd be a waste of time waiting. They probably won't come. But aren't they your friends? We believe in a liberal upbringing. Don't think we can escape by ourselves. Wonder if Doc is okay. Don't worry about the man you were with. I'm sure our guy saved him by now. What is it? We wouldn't have fallen in here if you'd only just listened to me. Don't blame it on me. You should have surrendered instead of challenging me. All I wanted was your gear. Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who blindly attacked me. What else was I supposed to do? Thought I might die if I didn't fight you. I was taking it easy on you. Couldn't you tell? Then you're a bit dense. Don't lie to me. I know you're serious. I've seen your stats. What, you want some? Let's have it out. Right here. Right now. Wait, something right here comes first. I won't be able to get anything done until we settle this once and for all.
Shut up, Bart. I'll punch you in the mecha junk.
Thought you wanted to choose for now? Getting out here should come first. Once we're out of here, then I'll fight you all you want. Or I'm gonna move on out of here. I don't like you very much. Damn it, I'll get you when we're out of here. This guy is an absolute dingus.
Yeah, he is.
I thought I saw a treasure somewhere.
Yeah, there should be one near you.
It's like, here's the rock we hopped down from. There's the cavern. Oh, there it is. Nothing like a giant cliff to get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
A gold nugget! Oh. And, presumably a way out. Buddy, is that some romantic tension that I see? I hope not. This guy's a dingus. Can you bring the camera closer to the floor? I don't think I can.
No, you can't in here. You can only control rotations. First time you come to a offshoot going to the right, take it.
What about the offshoot of the screen exploding into 1,000 pieces?
It's always good.
Oh, look, this place isn't uninhabited.
Ooh.
You ooed.
The robot. If he attacks you, these are the guys you want to farm a couple of.
So,
If he doesn't, take out the little guys first. This is one of two bots in this area. One of them drops things you want. The other one doesn't actually attack you. He just heals you. Because he's confused.
Is the triangle good enough for these guys? Because I'm in a robot.
Yeah, just stop them.
Oh, yeah.
10's fine. I think this is the one you want to kill, but I don't remember for sure.
Oh! We're dying! No, he certainly attacked. Well...
Yeah, 10 robots are the ones that drop mech stuff.
Okay, so you want me to murder?
Yep.
I can't... Oh, he's over here. Okay. Uppercut! Oh, well, that was easy.
Yeah, they're not strong. But they do drop some mech gear. He shot you.
He sure did. Max vs. Infantry with stick seems unfair. Look, they started it. Extra R+1.
Yeah, you want as many of those as you can get. And just go ahead and slap those right onto your mechs.
How's it going, Damon? Works.
The treasure we missed in the sand ship on the way out would have also been one of these. You go into the gear menu.
Extra arm +1. And then that's just nothing new there. Alright. Just a big, long path.
You're...
Oh. Okay. You said go right?
Yes.
Is there a right? I don't think there's a right back there.
Not quite yet.
Oh, but there is a fight. It's not a right, it's a fight. Oh, well, here's more of those
Well,
dudes.
you clearly have to fight for your right, so.
So, I guess we're just, These guys are not very good at attacking.
They're pretty bad. Oh, I was hoping the second one would try the hook because him falling down might have killed him. They're not very thick.
Alright. And they've died. Level up! Level up! Extra R, but that one's not +1. That seems worthless to me. Am I correct in thinking that's worthless? If it's not +1?
It's self-fodder, if nothing else.
Yeah, because extra arm, old circuit. This guy's got an AC plugged in. No being comfortable down here.
Fair.
Oh, that's just a... You're just hanging out.
It's just chilling.
Tell current saturation or surrounding area info. Yeah. Sand sectors detected an abnormal amount of sand. The sand barrier south of terrace stones has been sealed to prevent sand from entering the excavation site. What's with this gear? It's well maintained for a gear just left lying out like this.
I mean, that's an infobot. Should be your other treasure up here.
Oh, there's a... something interesting up there.
Yep, we'll get to that.
So I just gotta jump. And then I take it I gotta jump over to whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Do I examine it or do I move on?
You examine it. And then the treasure will be up on the next one.
Waterfall, grotto, sand sensor. Okay.
Oh, you might not be able to turn them off until a bit later.
Iron go whip.
Yep, that goes right on Bart. Well, Bart's Mac.
Why is Bart getting cool stuff? I want cool stuff.
Faye doesn't use weapons. He's above that.
Use your iron go whip. Why can't Faye use that iron go whip?
Honestly, he's better punching. Alright, that's all that was up here for now.
Oh, it's more spooky ghosts. Good job.
He tried.
Good job. Also, it occurs to me... Oh, okay. I didn't see Bart's fuel gauge during that, so I was just like, does he not have fuel? But then it popped up later.
Yeah, he does. Nope, no, Bun. He literally uses no weapons.
That's disappointing.
Oh, trust me, he won't need them.
I like stat sticks. Yeah, save point. I would have thought there'd be someone living in a place like this. Let's check it out.
It's almost like that's where you're going.
Hit. Hit. Save. Accessing memory card. Let us in. We can fit. Hey, Faye. This is a surprise. Someone living in this place. It's been a while, but I thought I could hear the sound of gears. Some of yours? Anyway, come back in here and make yourself at home.
Damn those eyebrows, though.
I've been working on them. Do you like them?
They're taking over.
I sell extensions. It's been a long time since my last visitor. What happened? Did you fall from the surface? I guess that's it. I see. That's too bad. You can tell from the sound that you both ride good gears. But the legs seem to be playing up a bit. You mean you can tell what's wrong just from the sound of its footsteps? It's easy to know what's wrong with gears by the sounds they make. My guess is that one of them needs a new hydromechanic pipe in its joints. It's making a nasty sound. Must be hard to walk with, too. Oh, by the way, the name's Balthazar, but you can call me Old Man Bal. Oh, yeah? Looks like we got a real fanatic here, huh? What's an old man like you doing in a place like this? Guess you can call me a fossicker or a collector of things. Must be found lying around in this here stalactite cavern. Collector, huh? Sounds interesting. The things on the shelf, are they some of the stuff you found? You mean the fossils? They're one of the things I collect. Feel free to have a look at them. Around here you can dig up ancient machines along with human and animal fossils. Notice anything particular on these shelves? They go from oldest on the left to newest on the right. You an archaeologist or something, old man? I don't quite see what you're talking about.
It's a big word for you, Bart.
I read it on a cereal box once. They look just like a bunch of old bones to me. Faye, what do you think? Let me see. First, there are no human bones up to here. And from here on over to the right, something is slightly different, I guess. Yeah, from a certain point in time, human fossils suddenly no longer appear. That point's roughly 10,000 years ago. What does it mean? Don't ask me, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm old, but I ain't that old. My guess is there's no humans on this planet before then. At least it appears so. How can that be? What about all that talk about evolution? You mean the theory of evolution taught by the ethos and Darwin and all them? You can't trust that. The flat earth, that's the one. That's the one you gotta believe.
It's a series of tubes!
Rather, I believe the old legends and myths. Legends, myths. Haven't you heard of this story? They say that humans and gods lived together in a paradise in the sky. With God's protection, there was no fear of death, and natural disasters were entirely unknown. And then we got skyward stored, and everything got ruined from there. And then one day the humans ate a forbidden fruit which gave them incredible wisdom. But God drove mankind from paradise for their sin. Bitter at having been driven out of paradise, humans used the wisdom that they'd gained to make giants. These giants, they planned to challenge God himself, but God poured his wrath down on them. All who defied God were destroyed, but God himself did not escape unharmed. Taking paradise with him, the wounded God buried himself deep beneath the ocean and slept for eons. He literally took his ball and went home.
Call him Cthulhu.
Before going to sleep, God used his remaining power to create right-hearted humans to live on this planet. These people are said to be our ancestors. Well, anyway, I'll stop my rambling now. Cool. Alright. By the way, does this cave have an exit? There's an exit in the excavation site beyond the sand barrier. You can get outside through here. Sand barrier? You mean that huge wall you can see from your entrance? Yeah, that's it. The other side's an old Ava evacuation site. They built the wall when Ava was excavating here to keep the sand from falling in from above. They've stopped work there now. So how do we open such a huge thing like that? If it's a wall, you can probably break it down. Hold your horses there, young'uns. No matter how good a gear you have, you'll never break that wall down. It's much too strong. So let's make a deal. A deal. The wall is closed due to the reaction of the sand sensors. Thanks to that, now I can't get through to the other side either. Maybe it happened when you two fell in here. Were you boys fighting up there or something? Seem to be able to tell everything.
Do 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 do. Bart
Bart,
started it.
Bart conspicuously silent. Anyway, what can we do
All
about it?
shifty with that one eye.
It's very simple. You just gotta turn off the sand sensor switches. Doing that will keep the barrier from closing again. While you two are doing that, I'll open it up. Right? Got it? Sensors are in 2 places. You should see their flashing red lights. I know where one of them is. Good luck. Well, let's go, Bart. Oh, before you go, I can share some parts and fuels with you. Just talk to me then if you need something. Oh,
Yes.
I would like to talk with you immediately right now, please, sir. Do you have something else you want to ask? Parts to sell. Oh, he's got all kinds of stuff, huh?
Mhm.
Well, we're using gears now, so we'll look here first.
Yeah, he has actual gear upgrades, not just equipment.
Oh, and a tune-up.
Mm-hmm.
What's tune-up?
Full restore.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what he's got here first. So he sells extra arms, +1. And they only cost 50.
Yeah, it's worth
So-
picking up 3 of those. More for Well-Tall and then 2 for Brigadier.
Yeah. Oh, but then he'll never be able to install that AC again. He just has no weapons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. We'll get more fuel.
It's cheap.
Oh, that also just healed me and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuel is the full restore option.
No.
And then engine frame and base armor, you can upgrade them all.
Okay. So that costs that much. Oh, geez.
Yeah, this will get spendy.
So I take it we're gonna have a Heimdall and a Brigadier at some point. Don't
Mhm.
ask.
Well,
Don't ask me why.
Bart pilots the Brigadier.
No. Well, they don't want me to upgrade nothing for him. They're grayed out.
Just because you're on Well-Tall right now.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't want to upgrade him because look at him.
You should probably upgrade him.
MS6.
The armor upgrades and engine upgrades are probably the most important right now.
Okay. Well, the engine upgrades, I could get both. Like,
You're gonna want to get both.
I was gonna say, is Bart gonna be hanging around long enough for me to care?
Yeah. Yeah, like party members early on, like some will come in and then go away, but they're all permanent members. You'll eventually have everybody for all time.
If I do this, I won't be able to.
You do have some stuff to sell,
Okay. Yeah, you know.
and you'll be back here before you actually leave the area. So
And also, I was just like, screw you, Bart. I want to put on those extra arms and then sell. So just to. So just give me-
I'm not sure if you want to sell the AC.
Oh, well, just
You
because we're
probably
in a desert.
can. Speed and gears is huge. For now, you probably can.
Okay.
But by the time you would want it back, you'll easily be able to buy one.
How's it going, Jen? Equip.
Yeah, you can go into character gear too and sell like the gold nugget and stuff.
I can.
The old circuit leave.
It's like I can have a third arm. I was just confused.
You can, but you really don't need it this early. Old circuit itself also it makes it harder to stick status effects on.
Also,
Well-Tall.
Bart already had an arm +1, so I bought an extra arm +1 that I didn't need to.
It's only $50. It's all good.
What's that lens cover doing? I can give him an extra arm for no reason.
It keeps him from being sensor damaged, which actually is fairly good here.
Okay. Okay. Alright, shut off the sand sensors or yada yada. Yes, I do have the gold nugget to sell, presuming that is something I want to sell.
Yeah, like there's no crafting and anything quest related you can't sell anyway. So
I guess I'll do character use stuff first because I think that gives me. Oh yeah, I also have that eyeball. Is that eyeball
yeah,
just a sellable?
yep. You might be able to completely gear out your mechs here.
Do I sell his glasses?
Yeah, you won't need them.
Yeah, just. Yeah, okay. Now I gotta talk to you about. There's a lot of active menuing going on here. I didn't even see what he was selling just for people. I forgot to look. But going through all of that menuing again.
Yeah, Old Man Bell's fun. Don't forget to top up Waltall's fuel again before you leave too, since you changed the chassis. You may not need to buy the engine for Brigadier. He might have that one already.
It doesn't say he does. He's got a G4 1200, and this is a G6 1200.
Okay, so yeah, this will just increase his attack power by 2. Yeah, it's worth it then.
Okay. Yeah, and I will
Did you get the armor upgrade for Weltall too?
Yes. I got him the whole shebang.
All right, then anything from here on out is pure profit.
Now let's sell all these regular extra arms. I'll keep the extra arm +1 just because. And sell this.
Not a bad idea.
Leather whip. Okay. I'm going to go through the menuing one more time just to see what he actually has to sell for not gear stuff. And then I'm probably going to save it and leave us there because it's just about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. Character use, please. It's just items. Omega Soul.
Getting up to like 10 or 15 Aqua Soul is not a bad call.
I'll go to 10. 10's a good number. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Peace out, old man.
We'll be back next week, Wednesday-ish.
6-5 Central. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same bell time, same bell channel.
Oh! Oh, how awful. Thanks for the fun of the memory.
That's why you love me, though.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely be back at it next week. We're going to play through this whole shebang.
Oh, I'm excited to see you experience this for the first time.
So far, it seems pretty good.
Oh, and this is still just set dressing, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shit starts to get real funky.
So in any case, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. And Nova Drift this weekend, and then James stream on Monday, and then I'll continue the loop. And fun and excitement and all that. Hope you have a good weekend. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Farewell, friends.